I need more than a conversation to break through here this situation. A million times for a big section. Digging, drill expression. My hands get dirty. Shove it rains again, my lord. It's much but a day. It turns out so best thing. This will be a better place for us to live. Sister, brother, look at my armor. Believe the hammer, break the trigger. We don't need a leader, all the ones we are all together, much more stronger. We will ride where we best known. From black to moon, I bet you know. Working hard all day long. We're all together, you will be alone. Come on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Welcome. I am buzzing today because Arena Breakout is out now in early access. You can download it from their official site. Use the launch for the time being. Hopefully soon it's going to be on Steam as well for us to be able to download from there. And Spectre Divide Beta is live today, 4 PM GMT, I think. You can jump on Arena Breakout now. We are going to be playing both of those later tonight. So today we're going to react to some videos, going to play some Tower of Fantasy, then I'm going to be back this evening. We're going to check out some Spectre Divide. We're going to play some more Arena Breakout. I really enjoyed the beta of Arena Breakout. Looking forward to getting back into it. Played the tutorial earlier, so I could just get past all that crap. Need to fiddle my sensitivity. And we're good to go, man. We're good to go. I'm looking forward to trying out Spectre Divide as well, because I did get into the initial playtest that happened like a week or so ago. But like the game was only live for like 8 hours or something, and I missed it. So that sucked. So I'm hoping to check that out as well, because that game looks fun. You know me, I like things like CS, Valorant, so I'm looking forward to that actually. But how is the audio? Are we sounding okay? We're coming through. We've got transcoding options. Awesome. Kieran, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the ship. Yeah, dude. I think it will end up coming to console, won't it? Because it's on mobile, so it just makes sense that it's going to come to console. I feel like it will anyway. It should do. It should do. Oh, yeah, guys, as well, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the video. It's very much appreciated as well. You check the pinned comment in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. There's a link to the latest video that I uploaded today. It's very much appreciated. If you go check it out, let me know what you think. And if you enjoy the video, drop a like on it. If you don't, drop a dislike on it. It's very much appreciated if you check it out. Share it to anybody who's been watching the videos as well, guys. It means a lot. Thank you to everybody. So, yeah, we're going to check out a few videos again today. Then we're going to jump straight into it because I'm a little bit late today. I wanted to get on a little bit earlier, which I should have done, really. It's not, I can't even make an excuse, really. I should have got on earlier. I got my videos edited, thumbnails made, and uploaded, scheduled to go today. One for 12 and one for 4:30, and I still somehow managed to get late, you know, so. Oh, Rosie's let me know as well. Got hairdressers at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Sweet, can get my hair cut. So I shaved my head not long ago, and I kind of regretted it as soon as I did it. This wasn't the vibe I was feeling, actually. And then, it's just at that point now where it's like all at the same length, and it's just annoying. So, can't wait to get it cut. Yeah, hopefully it comes to console soon, dude. Hopefully. Hey, what's going on, Emma? Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, Aria? Welcome, welcome. I'm doing very good, thank you. How are you guys doing? Warm? I'm very warm. It doesn't help. It's warm. I've got the AC on. It's still warm, and I'm drinking a cup of tea because I'm stupid, you know? What do you think of this new Alien film? Dude, I'm going to the cinemas to see that. I think I'm going to go next Thursday. Because Rosie's got Thursday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday off work. So she's got like the long weekend. So I think we're gonna go and watch it because I love Alien and Aliens. They're like two of my favourite films. So I'm hoping it's gonna be good, dudes. So I wasn't a big fan of Alien 3. Alien vs Predator was alright, but you know we haven't really had. I wasn't really a fan of Prometheus and that. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's going to be good. It seems like he's got the old school like horror vibe of Alien with it. So I'm looking forward to it. The British and tea, I love it, right? Love a good cup of tea. Fixes everything, it does. It fixes everything. What's my favourite game? Favourite game ever? I think my favourite game ever. I'd probably say Final Fantasy 9, The Last of Us, Mass Effect 2, and Metal Gear Solid. If I had to say out of all of those, which was my favourite, probably Mass Effect 2. Slim margins. Fallout 3 and New Vegas as well are up there. And Dragon Age Origins as well. There's quite a lot of games that I'm a really big fan of, but I'd say they're like my favourites of all time. If I had to say. Where am I from? I'm from the UK. From a place called Wolverhampton. So not far from Birmingham. So I'm just up the road from the Peaky Blinders, you know. Favourite game is Pokemon Crystal. Dude, I love Pokemon Yellow back in the day. I remember my dad rented a canal boat for like a week. And I remember like lying on the roof of the canal boat all day long in the sun playing Pokemon Yellow. That's some good times. How's everybody doing today anyway though, man? Me all good? What do you do besides streaming? Like work something, upload videos to YouTube, and I do a little bit of investing as well. Use Cyberpunk 2077, it's Ultimate Edition. Cyberpunk is a good game. I do like. We've got the DLC actually that I've still not got round to playing. Actually, we're gonna do that very soon. I've been saying for weeks now. I'm gonna be playing it. I'm gonna play it, and I still haven't. And because there's some single players that I really want to play. I want to play the DLC for Cyberpunk. I want to play Dying Light 2 and Jedi Survivor as well, because I had Jedi Survivor on launch, but it had so many issues. I just didn't want to touch the game for a while, and then it just kind of got put on the back burner. So yeah. Hello, Neo. Welcome to the stream, Square. If you like Alien, oh, will I? Oh, okay. I'm a professional artist. Would you like? I can make attractive stuff for your channel, even if it would be an honor for me to work here. If you don't mind, can I get your Discord? Yeah, you can jump in my Discord if you want. There should be a link in under the channel, but I'm not after any art at the moment though. Finally hit UL 44, one more level, and I get that loot. There's a lot of references to other films. Oh, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed the game. Like, don't get me wrong. When it initially came out, I was a little bit disappointed because I built it up to be something that it wasn't. Because I was a big fan of The Witcher 3, so I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but I actually enjoyed the game. I did. A lot of people there was a lot of people who were really divided. I know we had issues with, especially on the PlayStation, and for some people on PC as well, but it ran really well for me. I enjoyed the game. You know, I had a lot of fun with it, and I know that they've done so many updates. Do you know what? We should just go back and play through the entirety of Cyberpunk, because it's had so many updates post-launch as well. I feel like, you know, we should do that. We should do that. Calchero's getting scary powerful now. Calchero is a Giga Chad though, dude. I really like him, I do. I hope we do get some future updates that do, you know, improve his kit a little bit. Just a little bit. It does feel different after all the updates. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm looking forward to getting back on it, actually. I really want to play Dying Light 2 as well. I bought that on sale like a couple of months ago, and I still haven't played it. Because I enjoyed the original. And we played Dead Island. Was it Dead Island 2? Well, it's gone back quite a few months now, actually. I really enjoyed that as well, actually. Oh, actually, talking about favourite games, well, it's up there. I wouldn't say it's my favourite game, but my game of 2023, my game of the year, was Hogwarts Legacy. Had a blast with that game. So much fun with it. So much fun with it. Of course you don't care, but you abandoned Wuthering Waves. The shame is real. Dude, oh, actually, I need to get my logins today because I'm probably not going to play at all today. Because we're going to play Terra Fantasy, and then I'm going to play Arena Breakout and Spectre Divide later. Oh, it is, isn't it? You came in the, okay, alright. There's a Halloween game coming out. What, Halloween as in Halloween, the movies? Yeah, okay, cool. What's this, a multiplayer game or like, kind of like a Dead by Daylight thing? Or is this a single player thing? I haven't yet, no. I've been meaning to play. I keep waiting to pick it up on sale, if I'm honest. Because, like, at the moment, when I'm not streaming, I tend to end up, like, there's a few games I tend to rotate through. And I don't know if I'll stream it that much. So, I want to try and get it on sale. So, you know, I don't feel like I've spent too much money, I guess. But I do really want to play that game. You got me addicted and now you moved on to a new drug, bastards. Oh, don't worry, dude. I'll be back. I'll be back. I need to do some grinding, actually, over the next couple of days, just to get some asteroids for the new update. Plus, I've got to do my side quests, and I need to finish off the elusive realm as well before it finishes. Plus, it's a new week as well, so I've got my weekly reset for my boss materials. So I need to, I think I need it for... I can't remember. I need it for everybody, really. There's two coming out, one solo and one multiplayer. Oh, really? Yeah, as I said, just join the Discord server. If you want, you can always share it in there. I'm sure there's other people who might want to use it. What's going on, Clean? Welcome to the stream. Hey, it rhymed. Alright, should we check out a couple of videos and then should we jump into playing some Terra Fantasy, shall we? Because I'm late today. And I want to get into it. Let me refresh this because it's wait, what is going on with my watch later playlist? YouTube's not adding things that I'm adding to it. It's trolling me, chat. It's trolling me. Alright, let's check out this video from Kazahana then, shall we?
So in previous videos, you
I sent you a personal. Calcharo's backstory is a character. He's in the character page. The last tab looks like dog tags, dude. I think we'll get legit. Yeah. Oh, we will at some point. I think he's gonna. I'm hoping he has a badass story anyway, because the dude deserves it. You know, because he's like. I know we've got some sort of alluded to who he is. But like he's this badass character that's just like, you know, not like they haven't built anything around him yet. So I can't wait to see what they do with him. I think we might start to learn more about Calcharo when Scar inevitably becomes a playable character. You put the video in Discord chat. Oh, have you? I'll check that out. Oh, it's on TikTok. I'll check that out in a bit, dude. I'll check that out in a bit. Yeah. I just I'll be interested to see how he's gonna play off. If is he gonna be like is he going to end up being some sort of anti-hero? Is he going to be an, you know, antagonistic to start off with? Is he just going to be like a good guy, but like, you know, he's like the harsh, gruff, kind of rough around the edges kind of dude? You know what I mean? All right, let's check out this video then, shall we? Let's get chat up so I can see what you guys are saying as well. Right, levels are all good. Me audio coming through my mic. Okay. Yeah, but a bit more like the other side of the coin than Gian, you know? Gian's like a little bit less rough around the edges. He's just more stoic, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? You know, like he's kind of like, you know, it'd be cool if that like their history's intertwined as well. Well, all three of them actually. You know, Geshu as well. Like they're all intertwined somehow in there. They got some past links like that, like they come up through school or so. You know, I don't know. Could be cool though. But anyway, let's check this video out then, shall we? Another video from Kazahana. Always makes great videos, in my opinion. Wuthering Waves just got better with this huge update. Did it now? Let's have a look.
So in previous videos, you've probably seen me talking about the PlayStation version of Wuthering Waves. Now, I said I wasn't going to be talking about this anymore until
Yes, you did. I was just about to say that. I remember in the last video, you was like, I'm not going to mention this now until we actually get some, like, proper substantial news. So let's hope it is, Kazahana.
the actual version came out. But I also have some very exciting news about some other console versions that you could possibly play right now. Now,
what for Wuthering Waves?
on July 23rd, obviously, there was a tweet put out by Wuthering Waves saying, "Dear Rovers, we're excited to announce the PS5 version of Wuthering Waves is now officially in development. We'll provide updates on the official launch time of the PS5 version in the future. Please stay tuned for more information." And
hopefully that happens very soon as well. You know, I do want my PlayStation brothers and sisters to be able to experience the godliness. But I want the game to do well as well. So getting it out on the PlayStation is going to be a big move. For Kuro, and you know, more games for our PlayStation brethren.
Obviously, we haven't heard anything since then. It's the 11th of August whenever I'm recording, and it's been quite a few days, but we should be able to see that very, very soon. There's also one other console which a lot of people were looking forward to, and that's the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Now, before I get into
I'll say it kind of makes sense for these sort of games to be on the Switch, in my opinion. I know there's a, you know, a little bit of a clash sometimes in regards to, I don't know whether it's political or whatever it might be, with Chinese developers and certain regions and such. Well, for me, these games would suit the Switch down to a T.
this video, don't forget to leave
perfect
a like
for
and
it, aren't they?
subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go to my anime channel where I've actually uploaded a few anime videos recently, which I
Do you know what? He's pimped out this channel a few times. I might have to go and check this out as a fellow anime enjoyer.
really enjoyed making, so I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. And let's get back into the video.
I will do.
So, as I said, Nintendo Switch is a platform that a lot of players have been really wanting for Wuthering Waves, obviously because it's nice and portable, and you know, it's kind of easy to use all around. Obviously, you can put it onto your TV if you really want to, and a lot of people just have Nintendo Switches.
I think it's just going to be like, it's going to allow people to play something like Wuthering Waves in a mobile format, but just in a, you know, in a better way. You know, it's just be able to interact with the game in an improved way over a phone, but still be able to do it out, you know, get your dailies done while you're at work, while you're commuting or something like that. You just, gacha games suit things like the Switch. Like, it's a match made in heaven.
Anyways, because that is the main console for Nintendo and just playing Nintendo games. So seeing this announcement of it coming to PlayStation, a lot of people were excited for it to come to Nintendo or another console soon. As I mentioned in the last video, Nintendo aren't very fond of Chinese games, and
I feel bad for the Xbox guys as well, just getting left out in the cold when it comes to a lot of the gacha games. Feels bad, man.
if you don't know, Kuro Games is a massive Chinese studio. So, and obviously Nintendo is based in Japan, so they probably won't really work with Kuro Games unless some big like
And as well, especially Nintendo Japan, not so much Nintendo America. They stick to their guns as well, don't they? You know what I mean? They if they say something, they're very rarely back away from it. They're quite it's quite stupid in a lot of ways the way they are, but they are very strict in how they deal with things, in how they deal with content creators as well, but we won't get into that. But I suppose, you know, they're protecting their IP, and it's worked for a while for them, hasn't it? So I guess, you know, if it's not broke, there's no need to fix it, or don't fix it, whatever the saying is.
payment or, you know, big deal comes through. Obviously, we saw it in the past with Genshin Impact. They actually announced a Nintendo Switch version like really early into the game's release, but never actually managed to, you know, bring it out.
I didn't know that, because as far as I was aware, it wasn't on the Switch. I didn't know that it was actually announced that it was coming. Again, with Zelda and Breath of the Wild and all that, like, dude, you know, I feel like the audience would absolutely lap it up.
Out. And I hope that's not the case with the PlayStation version of Wuthering Waves, because that would just be terrible.
I don't think so.
And it'd be an ongoing joke in the community.
I was going to say, if it did, I think it would really be a disaster for Kuro. Don't get me wrong, I think Wuthering Waves will still do very well on PC and mobile. Specifically, I think PC will be a decent base for them from a monetary standpoint, at least in the West anyway. But, dude, if they don't release it to PlayStation 5, like, they would be really shooting themselves in the foot. You've got a massive player base ready to play the game. People desperately after free games as well. And, you know, you've got a really good open world action RPG. It's just, you know, it's a recipe to print cash. in my opinion. And I'm surprised as well. They're not going to try and push to get it out on the Xbox and get it out on the Switch as well. They want to try and get it out everywhere. That's the way, in my opinion, that could really eat into the Huyo pie. Because I don't think they're ever going to on the mobile side of things. And on PC as well, they're going to struggle, especially in China. But if they can get it out onto multiple different systems, that's their way to try and maybe do it on a more international side of things. They're never, well, I won't say never, because you should never say never, but I don't think they'll ever compete within China itself. But if they can compete on a more international stage, then that's going to be good for them as well. And obviously, I think that'll be good for us international gamers as well, because Kuro will listen to us a little bit more then, because like, let's face it, at the end of the day, Huyo only listen when the Chinese player base say jump, don't they, really?
Community. But there is one way that you can actually play Wuthering Waves portably, and this was included in a new article by win.gg. It says, is Wuthering Waves available on Steam Deck? Now, if you don't know, Steam Deck is the portable device used by Steam. You can play pretty much every single Steam game on there that's compatible. I've got one myself.
I've been thinking about getting a Steam Deck, actually. I was talking to Rosie about this, because Rosie wanted to get a Switch a while back. And I think she probably would still prefer a Switch over a Steam Deck, if I'm honest, but if I could try and show her some really cool, like, fun, bright, happy sort of PC games, maybe we can come to an agreement that the Steam Deck is the way to go, and then I'll just play it all the time. I would like to get one, though, you know, just to, it'd be perfect to lie in bed and do some, do some gaming, man. I don't really do that anymore. I don't game upstairs at all anymore. My consoles are all put away pretty much. It would be nice to do a bit of gaming. I can't stand gaming on a phone either. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it.
It's really, really good. You know, you can take it wherever you want, but also you can get a dock for it and actually put it on the TV or whatever, or on a monitor, which is just,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that, actually.
just super useful. And essentially, it's just like a mini PC. It's super, super like stacked in terms of graphics, and it's just really good for gaming overall. Because one of the other reasons why Wuthering Waves wouldn't be able to go on Nintendo Switch is just because of the graphic capabilities. Nintendo Switch is old. Let's be real here. I don't know exactly how old it is. We've got to be coming up on like 10 years.
2024, 2017. Okay, so I guess, yeah. I would imagine like I don't know, some new mobile phones that are really actually quite decent in terms of the chipsets, aren't they? So I was thinking if it runs on mobile, surely it'll run on the game maybe in a cutback version of the game potentially, you know, maybe running at probably sub 30 FPS, won't it? Drop down a lot of the quality and all that sort of stuff, but I guess, I suppose, I would like to see the comparison actually with the Switch and your modern phones in you know, in terms of performance on certain games. I didn't realise it had been 7 years though since the Switch has come in, man. Time is just flying by, isn't it?
Years though, maybe over 10 years. And although it does keep up good with their games because they optimize it to be good on the Switch.
You know, the last portable console I actually bought, sorry for pausing the video again, was the PS Vita. Absolutely goated little portable system. That was such a good little system. Loved it. Still love it to this day. Even though I don't use it, so I guess I don't really love it like that, but you know, it's in my heart. It's in my heart.
Games like Wuthering Waves just won't keep up because the overall capabilities of the
Never
device
forgetting.
aren't good enough. I think that Wuthering Waves, especially with this 120 FPS update, I think they're aiming to go for more higher power consoles and, you know, try to get the most out of the graphics, which Nintendo Switch.
Let's face it, that's for your PC boys. I wonder if it will run to 120 FPS on PS5. I've got a feeling it'll probably be 60 and maybe have a performance mode at 120 FPS where maybe some of the textures are brought back. But then again, though, I feel like the PS5 could run this game at 120. Right? Am I wrong in that? I feel like it could.
Just wouldn't be able to do. But Steam Deck might actually be able to do that, as it's an extremely good device and is also kind of like a PC, as I said. Now, this article goes on to say that Wuthering Waves has become quickly popular for its animated visuals and addicting gameplay. But can you play it on Steam Deck? Wuthering Waves might have only come out in May this year, but it's already become one of the most popular.
What do you have to do? Use some kind of what, like, is there some sort of emulator? I don't know where the Steam Deck works. Like, I would have imagined it was like a locked OS. You know, I'm not 100% sure how exactly the Steam Deck works in that regards. I'm thinking it's probably not an open OS, because then issues could come in regards to what you could do with the system. But then again, I don't know. So it'd be interesting because the game not being on Steam. Okay.
free-to-play games. The action role-playing title has been a hit for Kuro Games and fans are scrambling to get their hands on it, which is absolutely true. Wuthering Waves has grown massively since May, and for them to call it one of the most popular free-to-play games at the moment is absolutely insane. You know, not even drawing it into the gacha category is just great, and it seems like a lot of people overall will just be interested in it. Then they go on to say that while we already know that it's going to be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Android, iOS, GeForce Now, Microsoft Windows, and Mac operating systems, some players may wonder if Wuthering Waves is
So, since the 1.1 update, you've been able to install it on Steam Deck. Interesting.
on Steam Deck. The good news is that with the recent 1.1 update, you can install and play Wuthering Waves on the Steam Deck. Now, obviously, they have a big guide here on how to do it, and you can actually do this with other games too. Now, people have tried this with Genshin Impact in the past and Honkai Star Rail, and I'm just gonna say this isn't exactly like official or anything like that. So if you're thinking about doing this, I definitely do a lot of research into it and weigh up your options, because there is a small chance that you could get banned, but I don't really see the reason why you would.
Just a small chance. What's the percentage? About 45%? I don't know. I'm just making that up. Yeah, that is kind of risky, especially if you were going to spend, you know, if you're going to do that. If there's a risk of that, it's got to be an alt account, hasn't it? You know, because if you go and take your primary account on and download it and use it, and you've spent on that account and you get banned, and the potential as well for malicious potential links, maybe, that want to catch people out trying to do that as well, that's a higher risk as well. But yeah, if there's an option to get banned, it's only ever going to be an alt account, isn't it, really? Because, you know, you're crazy if you try and if you're going to risk your main account getting banned.
Because the Steam Deck, as I said, is essentially a mini PC, and you're just running it on PC, which, yeah, shouldn't get you banned. But I've seen people in the past with Genshin Impact by Star Rail get banned for playing it on a Steam Deck just because it was an unfamiliar device. But again, I don't think the Wuthering Waves would judge, you know, what you play your game on, as long as it has the capable.
I think that's a massive assumption, if I'm honest. You know, just because Kuro good, I guess, in the eyes of most people nowadays. I think that's a massive assumption to say that, well, Kuro are good guys. You definitely wouldn't get banned doing that, would ya? You know, we don't know what their viewpoint is on this. It'd be curious to see what people have been saying, whether, you know, you need to get some feedback from people if they've been getting banned. Now, just because they haven't either doesn't mean it's safe to do so. There might be a big ban wave coming. You know, you know, with these sort of stuffs, they might be trying to figure out how they can identify and then do ban waves potentially, because with these sort of things, you know, is the next step potentially having cracked versions of the games getting downloaded. So I would imagine they would be very wary on letting people do these sort of things, because the potential, you know, for exploits to happen is going to grow then, isn't it? So that potentially might be why Hoyo were banning people, because at the end of the day, if there's no issues, I don't think they're going to care where it's going as long as they can get cash from it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, there might be some legalese stuff going on there, but I think potentially, like, you know, cracked versions of the game might be a risk, exploits, all that sort of stuff that could lose them money in the end.
Things to actually run the game, then I think it's okay. But again, as I said, take this with a massive grain of salt, and obviously, you know, make up your own decision on whether you want to do this if you've got a Steam Deck in the first place. But it is really nice to know that we are able to install it now, especially the 1.1 update, as it does have controller support. Wuthering Waves, you can play the game on controller now, which again is amazing. And it means you don't have to plug in a mouse or keyboard, and that you can actually just use the joysticks on the Steam Deck, or even plug in a controller if you're, you know, looking to play it on the TV or on a monitor or something. Which again, super good, and is really good, especially if you want to do your dailies and stuff, and maybe you don't have a good enough phone, because obviously a lot of people may be wondering, well, why would I want it on a Steam Deck or a Switch or whatever, whenever I've just got my phone and I can just literally just play it on there, because, you know, that's poor.
Because phones suck to play video games on. I know you can use a pad sometimes, but they still suck. You know, at the end of the day, I understand people wanting to play games portably, but obviously, I get it. You can use pads and all that sort of stuff, but I just don't know how people play these sort of games on a phone. It just baffles my brain. Absolutely.
Well, there is a lot of people out there that have a good console like a Steam Deck or a Switch, but, you know, it just doesn't run too good on a phone. Because, as I said, Wuthering Waves is a very graphic-intensive game, and I've even seen a lot of mobile players struggle with, you know, playing the game, because that's why the game is majority PC players. Because a lot of people just can't run it on.
This is why, again, going back to this needs to come to PlayStation. It needs to be a good launch as well, because I just think with the way the game is at the moment, I think over the next, because phones are advancing so quick in regards to the chipsets and all that sort of stuff, in another year or so, that they're probably going to run a lot better. And I know that the performance has got a lot better already on phones. I've saw videos that look pretty decent to me. But I know the average phone user's probably not getting the most optimal experience in regards to performance. Nevertheless, the actual freaking interface as well, which again, trash. But I can understand the performance probably not being the best. So, this needs to come to console. The game needs, in my opinion, in terms of opening up another player base, because I just think the mobile section of this game isn't going to be like the other gacha games where it's going to be the big spenders are going to be on mobile. Maybe in China, it'll be a little bit more skewed to that, but I think in the rest of the world, PC is going to be the main place where people are spending the cash at the moment.
On their
Total
phone,
assumption.
or it just doesn't
I've got no
run
facts to back that up.
So they just decide not to play it. So I think having a dedicated console to play it on is actually really, really good. I think being able to play it on Steam Deck will be a massive improvement. So pretty much what they say is you have to launch the Steam OS or another Linux-based OS on the Steam Deck, and they have a desktop mode which you can actually go to, which acts almost like a PC. I think you do have to actually use a mouse and keyboard whenever you're doing this. But pretty much you just have to, normally install Wuthering Waves like you would on any other PC or whatever.
It's kind of like side-loading a little bit by the looks of it.
Yeah, pretty much from there you can make a shortcut on your Steam library. So whenever you go onto your Steam library on your Steam Deck, on the normal Steam Deck mode, then it actually come up with all the other games, making it...
So is there not just the risk of getting yourself banned on Wuthering Waves, a potential risk of getting your Steam account banned? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, because if that is, then that's just not worth it.
So much easier for you to get into the game. And then they have some other instructions here, which again, I'll leave the link down below if you guys want to go, try it out. I don't think this will be a bannable offense or anything. You're literally just playing on essentially a PC. And I think it'll be really cool to see a lot of people playing on the Steam Deck, because obviously this isn't...
But it is also not an officially, official, platform for the game as well. So, I don't know, there might be some reasons, terms of services between Steam and games, that they have to ban you because it's not on the system. It's not supposed to be on the system, vice versa. Again, the risks of potential exploits and cracked versions of the games maybe being used, because I don't know exactly how you do it. That might be a thing that happens or potentially could happen, and that could be a risk for Kuro, and maybe that's why Hoyo did it. But yeah, I'd say the risk is probably substantial enough that it's just not worth it to at least do it on your main account, and definitely probably not to use your main Steam account as well. I don't know.
Officially released on Steam or anything.
I wouldn't do it myself.
There's a lot of games out there that have been tested and tried for the Steam Deck, and they have that guarantee mark of this definitely works on the Steam Deck. So again, Wuthering Waves isn't anything like that, so it could be a little bit unstable. And I won't go on to other forum sites and be like, this game sucks and stuff just because you try to run it on a Steam Deck. Obviously, it might have a couple of flaws, but from people that have actually done this, it actually seems like it's very good and it works fine. So,
well, it's probably going to have some optimization issues because the game's not optimized for what I would imagine whatever whatever hardware is in the Steam Deck, really, isn't it? Because it's going to be different to your typical mobile hardware, so you're probably going to have some performance and potential bugs as well happening in the game, aren't you?
Again, if you guys want to go try this out, then I would definitely recommend trying it. Obviously, as I said, be careful of not getting a ban or anything like that. As I said, Genshin Impact players have been banned for doing it in the past, but again, I don't see why there'd be any reason to, especially on Wuthering Waves, seeing as their launcher is a little bit different. So I'd definitely say if you want to try it out, then do so, and it's just a great thing to come to the Steam Deck. Now, obviously, I'll keep you up to date with everything to do with the PlayStation version in the future. Obviously, people are still waiting on it to come out, and I think even there's a handheld PlayStation console coming out soon. So again,
I wonder if they're going to announce it at some sort of PlayStation event as well. That would be massive for the game. I really think that would be massive. It would be a great launch for the game if they were able to partner up with PlayStation and actually launch, or maybe not even launch it, but do the initial launch trailer at a PlayStation event.
We might be able to see Wuthering Waves on that, and with the addition of 120 FPS, it's
yes,
going to run even better on PlayStation and obviously on PC too.
Is it going to be 120 FPS on console though?
Moment, but hopefully whenever the PS5 version does come out, we'll be able to get 120, because that's the whole gimmick of the PS5. Whenever the PS5 came out, it was this doesn't just do 60 FPS, it does 120, which was insane.
Yeah, but let's not pretend that was sort of the gimmick of the PlayStation 4 as well, and we still had lots of games running at sub 60 as well, didn't we? Let's not pretend.
At the time, whenever it came out, so hopefully,
At the end of the day, it's all up to the developer whether they can squeeze the juice out of the hardware as well, isn't it?
Can actually use those capabilities in a game that, allows you to. And hopefully PlayStation players can get the full experience of Wuthering Waves, because recently I've seen a lot of RTX kind of content on like wide monitor screens of them playing Wuthering Waves. Honestly, the game looked amazing, and I can't wait to see, the future graphical updates they bring to the game, and also new characters that kind of complement the overall design of the game, which I think will look amazing, especially with the 120 FPS. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that you're going to be playing this on Steam Deck, or are you going to be waiting for it to come out on another console? Are you waiting for it to come on PlayStation, which has been announced? Or are you waiting for it to play the game in unannounced consoles such as the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch? Even though
I really think it would be in Kuro's best interest to at least get it out on the Xbox consoles and attempt to get some sort of version out on the Switch as well, even if it's like a gimped, dialed back version of the game. I think people on Switch are used to playing games at a certain quality anyway, that if the game's 30 FPS and doesn't look the best, I think people are probably still gonna play it potentially. I understand that, the Switch isn't the best hardware, but I still think, I know that some of the Chinese developers now, it's the same with Arena Breakout as well. They just don't want people playing on particular hardware, because I think Arena Breakout, literally, you couldn't boot the game up if you was at a set, you was below the requirements, because they didn't want people to be like basically having that bad of an experience. They were getting on a review bombing the game or going into forums saying the game runs like shit. Because let's face it, there are PC players that will look at the minimum requirements of a game and go, oh, sweet, my PC's well below that, but I'm still going to play it, and then I'm going to bitch that the game runs like shit. Although they're playing it on a potato.
Might not be so likely. Yeah, super interested in what you guys think. As I said, go subscribe to my anime channel. There's a ton of new stuff on there. It's really great, and I really enjoy making content on there too, as it's not only just gacha stuff where I'm arguing with a ton of people online. I'm talking about my opinions about anime. I think by the time this video comes out, there should be one on Oshinoko where I actually talk about whether it fell off or not. And yeah, I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. And that's about all I got for this video. So if you enjoyed it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
I respect the grind. He turned a 60-second video into a 9-minute video there. But I guess it's kind of cool. It's always cool to see this sort of stuff. I just think with a game like this, it's not worth the risk of a ban on either of your accounts. Like, I get it, other games are working. I just think these sort of things, they're unofficial. There's a risk of potentially getting your Steam account banned. Obviously, the risk of getting your game account banned. And if you've got a lot of games on your library, big risk. And if you've spent money on your game as well, another big risk. If it's just a free-to-play alt, and maybe if it's potentially a throwaway Steam account that you've got separate for the deck, which would be weird that if you did that. I personally probably wouldn't do it, but I don't have a Steam Deck. But I guess it's a cool thing that if people want to try it out and check it, it's cool. But I would imagine as well there'll be probably potentially some performance issues as well, wouldn't there? But, the game needs to come out on PlayStation 5. Forget all this. Get it out on the PlayStation 5. Get it out on the Xbox. Try and see if they could do something about getting it out on the Switch as well. And maybe, even potentially, could this game run on a PS4? Do you reckon? I think the more systems it's on, the better for Kuro, and obviously the better for the player base as well. And I think revenue is only going to skyrocket, really. But yeah, another good video from Kazahana. I do like his content. Definitely do like his content. So go check him out, drop a sub, all that good stuff. Wuthering Waves just got better with this huge update. Not really an update from Wuthering Waves. It's kind of like the community doing the thing, but still. I've been playing on phone, but the controllers aren't the best. Can't wait to play it on PS5 if you can play Hogwarts Legacy on Switch. Oh, he's Hogwarts Legacy on Switch, is he? Is he? I didn't know that. Yeah, then if that game can run on the Switch, then why can't it run on the Switch? That's a good point. That is actually, Kieran. That is a very good point still. Interesting. I did not know this. Hey, yo, guys, as well, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the video. It's very much appreciated. It helps out a lot as well. Love your faces for it also. Should we check this other video out from Kazahana as well? Because I'm interested. What is this misinformation? Right?
So in every game,
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh boy, oh boy, the title's got me. Wuthering Waves' biggest haters spread misinformation. Okay. Wow. I've never heard this on the internet before.
So in every gacha community, you're bound to get a few crazy weirdos that either hate the game with
A few. A few. That's an understatement.
a passion, or love the game too much that they end up shilling it way too hard. But in this video, I found two
I actually got called a Wuthering Waves shill today. I got one guide. I got called a Wuthering Waves shill. Which I don't think I am. But there's no point responding to me because it's a one guy, right?
people that just hate Wuthering Waves so much that it's absolutely crazy, and we're going to be going through what they've been saying, how this could affect Wuthering Waves, and why are they even doing this in the first place? Like, is there even a point, or are they just like mentally ill? Now, before I get into this video, don't
Probably that, and as well as being a massive fan of another game, and they can't stand that that game is potentially maybe has competition. I don't know why as well, especially Genshin or Huyo fans in general, get scared of other gacha games. It's weird saying that somebody would get scared of a game, because let's face it, they're not going to really challenge Huyo for the crown. It's just not going to happen. So I don't even understand why they even care enough to like bother with other games, really. Even if they're super successful, they're still just like a drop in the ocean in comparison.
Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go over to my anime channel and go and subscribe to that, because I've got a ton of new anime videos coming out. And yeah, let's get back into the video. So recently there was actually a VOD put out by Giguk. If you don't know, Giguk is a massive anime
I'll say I have saw this dude recommended a few times on my channel. I've never watched any of his content though.
YouTuber. I mean, he does a lot of stuff. You may have seen Trash Taste, the podcast. Obviously, he does a lot of streaming as well, and also has a VODs channel. On these streams, he does a
I like that banner though. I like that banner. Fair play. If you set your mind to it, you can jack off to anything. True.
lot of like random stuff, like anime quizzes, stuff like that. But he also does a lot of gameplay, and a lot of the games are gacha games. He's played Genshin Impact in the past, Honkai Star Rail, and obviously these are all games that he's been mainly sponsored to do. Like Hoyoverse have been going over, telling him, hey, can you play this game for us? We'll pay you.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then, yeah, sure.
Nothing wrong with that.
And also he actually voiced in Honkai Star Rail 2 on a
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
NPC character, which is a kind of cool thing to add.
That is
just a day
actually
ago,
pretty
he
cool.
actually released a video called Giguk Starts Wuthering Waves. Now, Wuthering Waves have actually sponsored him to look through a lot of the trailers. This isn't included in the VOD, but again, he looks through all the trailers, all of the characters, and gets really interested in the game, obviously because the trailers look amazing. Obviously, Wuthering Waves.
I was going to say, I think no matter how much of a fan of another game you are, if you like anime sort of culture and you like gacha anyway, I can't see how you can't get a little bit excited by some of the trailers in this game, because they're good, man. They're good.
He's really cooked with those. So he's interested in the game and wants
Especially
to start
the latest
playing it.
one.
Now, I don't know if he's sponsored to play it now.
Jeji is my new favourite.
And that he was actually just interested from the sponsored video where he had to look at the trailers. And obviously this opened up the door to a lot of Wuthering Waves, in quotation mark, experts, who came over and pretty much told him what to do. And that's what a lot of people in the comments were.
Dude, people that do this are so annoying. I know it's not a new thing. I found this when I first started playing Genshin Impact, because obviously I was late to the party, and with Star Rail a little bit. Not so late with Star Rail, but I was late to the party with Genshin. Now, I love when people are fans of a community, fans of a game or whatever, and, you know, they let you know about things, and they share their passion and their interest. I love it. I absolutely love it, and they let you know about things and help you out if you're a little bit stuck or whatever. And I'm the type of person, I'll happily say to chat, what the fuck am I doing wrong if my brain's totally stopped working, which happens quite a lot, and I don't mind that. But when people genuinely sit there, you shouldn't do that, you should do it like this, oh, you definitely ain't doing this, it's just like, dude, just shut the fuck up and leave me alone, let me play the game.
Was saying was that like a lot of people were being very annoying whenever it came to, you know, the overall just etiquette in the chat being.
Yeah, that sort of stuff as well. Just sort of comment there talking about, can't believe you're listening to the English voice acting, as if it's like some rite of passage that you're not a true fan of like anime stuff and that if you don't listen. Now I do prefer in most anime the Japanese version, you know? Depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm kind of in like a semi-interested state, of course I'm going to listen to the English dub, because I can't, you know, I can't like have my eyes on the screen at the whole time. But when it comes to these sort of games, I like to have the English voice acting so I don't have to read through everything, because I'm a story enjoyer. I don't think it matters so much if you're kind of skipping through the story a lot, but you know, sometimes I just kind of want to let my brain kind of go into auto mode and just enjoy the game and not have to read. I am from Wolverhampton, so you can't expect too much from me. It's
like,
annoying
oh,
that
skip
it's
the story, stuff like that. People were
gatekeeping,
telling
like.
him to literally skip the story. But there is this one schizo in chat who I don't know how many likes this has got. It's got 4 likes and 8.
Dude has legit gone through the entirety of the stream and freaking time-stamped everything that he's doing wrong.
86 replies, who pretty much left a whole essay on everything to do with Wuthering Waves. Now, it doesn't seem like he hates Gigak or anything like that. It seems like he's a genuine fan, but it seems like he hates Wuthering Waves with a passion. He said MF betrayed all MiHoYo fans by switching sides only because of horny. So I'm guessing...
Wow. Wow, that's crazy that there is actually people. I know there is people like that, but that's just so crazy, isn't he?
this is some big Hoyoverse fan saying, as he's saying he betrayed all the MiHoYo fans. He's like, how could he play another game that's not Hoyoverse?
How dare he?
I mean, if we look back at his VODs, he's done a lot of stuff and played a lot of other games, but as soon as it's something that is competing with Hoyoverse, all these...
I've noticed that as well. You know, a lot of Hoyo people are like, I don't mind this. Wuthering Waves? I think it's because they're genuinely... The game isn't going to compete in terms of revenue and in terms of, reach. I just don't think it is. You know what I mean? Especially when Genshin had the freaking COVID buff. But it's a good game that, in my opinion, is better than Genshin. And I think a lot of these players see this. That even if they don't think it's better, they see that it's genuinely a good game and it irks them so. And I don't know why. Gamers like that are so weird. It's like, just play the fucking game, man. You might have fun with it.
These fans get scared because it's like, oh, well, you know, you can't play a competitor to their game. He has the absolute right to play whatever the hell he wants. And obviously these comments are just stupid, telling him, oh, this game's bad, you should be playing it. And the only reason you're playing it is because of horny. Like, that just makes no sense at all. Obviously the game just looked good and he wanted to play the game. Then he proceeded to leave a ton of timestamps for the entire 3 hours and 20 minutes of...
Dude put some time and effort into this. Some serious time and effort. I'm not going to lie there, though. He's not wrong there. At 1 hour and 16 POV yappering waves, they knew exactly why they needed to add a skip button. It's literally because of these kinds of situation. True. Not going to lie, he's not wrong there.
Of this VOD, pretty much pointing out every single flaw or something wrong with the game, and also just some events that happened in the game. And he said stuff like peak buggering waves. Am I serious right now? The amount of bugs in Wuthering Waves makes my head hurt sometimes, which references to a bit in the stream where he actually plugs in his controller and the game like bugs out for a little bit. But again, that's one
thing I don't think the game is at all. Like, I feel like that's not the most fair assessment of the game now, maybe for people who are playing on mobile. Get it, boy. I don't really see the game as a buggy game at all. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you.
Wuthering Waves, that's just what happens. It doesn't mean the game's necessarily bad. It's not something that happens all the time. It's just something that happens whenever you just plug in your controller. They're making it seem like the game bugs all of the time. Obviously, we did have a lot of issues whenever the game first started. But now, I think the Wuthering Waves and Kuro games have really been like working to fix a lot of these bugs to make it as smooth as possible. And I
got lucky. I never got any of these sort of visual bugs. I didn't
really experienced like many major bugs, you know, since. And obviously there's a lot of just random
He's
comments
glazing.
Being like, this game wait, how did I lose so much health? Just pointing out like funny moments they found in the chat. But then they would just like fill it in with a lot of just like random like Wuthering Waves hate, which is just extremely weird. I don't know why. Like, he says stuff like the gadget is horrible in WuWa regardless of what players say, using every excuse on the planet to justify wasting money. I mean,
you can't play any gacha game and have that sort of opinion that, oh, playing that gacha game's a waste of money. Like, come on, you know? At the end of the day, they're all fucking a waste of money. You're like, what sort of argument are you making there? Let me just have a look at a few of these. The EM voices are fucked. To be fair, you know, some of the English voice acting was pretty freaking shit. It's called professional bribing, if you didn't know about it. I don't know if he's talking about him being a bit of a shill there, maybe, potentially. POV, WuWa fans being annoying lore skippers. So he wants you to skip because the story was bad, but then you shouldn't skip because of lore. Okay.
You know, a lot of this is just super weird. And I don't know if this would class as parasocial, but I would say it's on the borderline of that because he thinks that, you know...
whatever it is, it's freaking odd. Dude has got far too much time on his hands, that's for sure.
Gigak is going to go through all of these comments and think, oh, yeah, so maybe I should play this game because this random guy says that Wuthering Waves is bad. No, of course not. And again, it's just super weird and super, like, I don't know. It seems like this guy needs something better to do with his time than just hate on Wuthering Waves in a comment section. Because he could have posted a, Twitter post or maybe a YouTube video or something like that explaining what he didn't like about Wuthering.
Dude, I think to go to that level, a level full stop making a video or whatever, you can criticize him, but to go to this level in a video form, a tweet or whatever, it's a little too much if you ask me.
Waves, but no, he went into a VOD's channel comment section to type all of this. And there was just one crazy comment that I literally just noticed. He put in the comments, I have at least once jerked off to the Dreamless NSFW artwork. So yeah, the tacit
Okay, based, give him that.
discords look better than the characters sometimes. Bro. And I know the Dreamless looks good, but bro. Yeah, so that definitely proves where his mind
Don't king shame.
is at the moment if he's liking a lot of the tacit discords. I mean, I guess some people like that kind of stuff, but that's absolutely crazy. We got all of this hate here and he goes, actually, yeah, no, I do jerk off to the Dreamless NSFW sometimes. It's like, what? Bro, what?
Wait, I was gonna say, hey, rule 34. I was just about to say I didn't know there was Dreamless not safe for work stuff. Okay. Now, I bet he ain't got a fucking patch on the Inferno Rider, right? Right? No? Okay.
What is Pro on about? He's like hating on it and then also like actively consuming it at the same time. If you hate the game so much, then just stop playing it. It seems like this person does play the game and does actively get involved in a lot of stuff to do the game. That's why he's commenting on this video. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of like negative stuff, but there's also some kind of positive stuff about Wuthering Waves. So it's like a bit of everything, and I think this is just like some really like schizo like Wuthering Waves fan that's just posted all of this like just word garbage.
I'd say it's more of a
so
fan
weird,
of the
and I don't know why
dude,
anybody
really.
would do this. And I think that's a big problem that's in the community.
I wonder, the thing that gets me sometimes, because obviously this is not that deep at all. This guy's just kind of funny, I guess, really, and a little bit based as well, if I'm honest. I think sometimes, I always wonder when people get to the end of this, and then they go to click, post. Do they think, what am I doing? Why did I just spend all this time doing this? I wonder if they actually think that, like later on in the evening, do they keep going back to check, somebody replied to it, because they've got to, because I think to put this much effort into it, they've genuinely got to be like, every time they get a notification, oh, somebody replied to my comment. Oh no, it's just somebody's uploaded a video. Oh, somebody replied. Oh no. It's just like, dude.
Of people like this that are going absolutely
Relax.
crazy over just like the smallest things ever. It deters a lot of people from playing the game. We saw that with Genshin Impact in the past. A lot of people, have a stigma behind Genshin Impact. Be like, oh, that's such a weird game kind of thing. Because of
Not gonna lie, I was like that initially. I didn't play Genshin until what we're talking last year. So year 3, I guess. Like 2.5 years after the game came out. And I kind of had that viewpoint myself. Now, I like anime, I like RPGs, I like open world action RPGs, I like anime games, I like, it kind of ticks all the boxes for me. But I think, because it was a gacha game, and I didn't really understand gacha games when Genshin really came out, because I never really dabbled in them. And I was just like, dude, I don't want to play that game, man. That's just a loser gambling machine game. And then I played it and I was like, oh, actually, okay, this is kind of cool. Actually, I like this.
A lot of the fan base, and obviously we don't
so
want that to
I can't judge people
so
having
again,
that
I really
opinion.
hope we don't see any like comments like this in the future, or like at least it dials down a little bit, because again,
And I thought people who played the game was weird as well. Which, to be fair, I don't think I was wrong about that. And I'm not excluding me from that either.
Wuthering Waves is going to end up exactly like Genshin Impact did if this continues and the fan base keeps being weird like this, because this is just weird overall. Like, obviously you can leave a comment on the VOD if you want, being like, hey, I really like Wuthering Waves, or being like, hey, why did you play Wuthering Waves, it's bad, or something like that. But leaving like a whole ass
Fair enough. Put what you want in the comment section. I can't give a damn what people comment on my videos. I genuinely can't, because sometimes I'll play stuff that people aren't interested. I might say some dumb stuff or just do boring, whatever, that people can say what they like. But I think, to be like, why are you playing this? I don't like Wuthering Waves. It's like, just let somebody play what they want. But at the end of the day, they could say, but still, it's kind of an invalid comment, really.
say, damn, bro's got nothing else to do with his time. But on the topic of Wuthering Waves haters, of course, we have to talk about r/gacha gaming. I made a tweet about this the other day, and it's pretty much, I said that r/gacha gaming mods apologized for removing Wuthering Waves free 5-star post.
Yeah, this one for me as well was kind of just like, it wasn't that deep either. I think this was just a difference in mods' opinions in regards to the rule. They removed this post. People brought up that an old Star Rail post had been allowed to stay on there. They removed that after the fact. They reinstated both posts, and then I think they kind of dropped the rule, which I I think that speaks for itself, really. I don't think it was this big anti-Wuthering Waves thing, if I'm honest.
Now, if you don't know, there was actually a post put up by some random person on r/.
What's going on, Moomin? What's going on, Zara, as well? Welcome to the stream.
A free 5-star coming out in the next update on the second phase, I think it is. And it got taken down by the mods. The mods literally took down the post. Obviously, you can see it here. They took down the post saying to post it in the right place. And then it's better suited for a specific subreddit rather than r/gacha gaming. Which is super weird, seeing as they allowed the free 5-star Doctor Ratio on Honkai Star Rail 1, which, yeah, it seems like they're extremely biased, and obviously, I've said this many times in the past, r/gacha gaming are extremely biased whenever it comes to Hoyoverse and Kuro games. You know, they way prefer Hoyoverse. Looks like they're dicks to the end of time, so...
Well, the drama kind of not that deep, I agree. I don't think either of these are really that deep. I think that dude was just a bit bored, I think, had far too much time on his hands. I agree. Some of the posts he actually said I agreed with. Some of them are kind of based. Some of them are a little bit mentally unhinged. This whole drama that went on with the r/gacha thing for me was just a non-drama, in my opinion. I genuinely don't think it... I'm not saying there isn't some bias stuff that goes on in r/gacha, but I just genuinely don't think that was one of them. I just think that was... An older mod must have thought that was fine. A different mod didn't think the new post was fine. And then they decided that both posts were kind of the same. So they took them both down and then rolled it back.
Again,
not
it's
that deep.
super weird to see. And the thing is, whenever they took this down and decided to deliberate on it, they actually decided to take down the Doctor Ratio one 7 months later. So again, they were trying to cover their asses because...
The way he says that there, he sounds like 7 months after the fact, which we know that's not true because it's only just come out. But I think that can happen sometimes. Things can slip through the net. It doesn't mean it was a conspiracy to, you know, shaft Wuthering Waves. It's just that somebody brought it up to them, didn't they? And I guess they looked at them and were like, you know what? Fairs, man, fairs. They're right.
They knew that they messed up and they knew that they were being biased. So they took it down thinking, oh yeah, you know, that will solve everything. Whenever actually it didn't solve everything, it just made everything worse. Because it seems like, you know, they noticed how like hypocritical they were being. And then they actually issued a apology, which I'm not going to read all of it, but pretty much they were saying that they took a bit of time to kind of like consider, you know, whether they should leave this up or not and whether they should get rid of it. Yeah, they pretty much said that they took some time to discuss over it and, you know, talk about whether they should leave the post up. Again, it's really weird how they took down the Doctor Ratio one as well. And apparently it took them a lot of time to, you know, go over it, you know. Oh, will the entire community hate us if we leave this post up? Oh, is it going to be the end of the world? And then finally they decided that they're going to leave the post up and they've actually brought the post back.
I genuinely don't often find myself disagreeing with Kazahana that much, if I'm honest, in the videos that I've watched at least, but I think I've got to disagree here. I think people are trying to look for something that's not necessarily here with this whole situation here, if I'm honest. I think they're trying to create a drama that wasn't really a drama. I think this was genuinely, you've got a couple of different mods running a server. They're all going to have different views on how to interpret rules. And I think that just happened that day, a particular mod probably saw that and was like, wait a minute, this kind of goes against this rule. Let me take it down. Again, somebody brought it up. Then other people looked at it, or that mod looked at it and was like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to take that down as well. And then they probably had a little bit of a Discord meeting and were like, yeah, I think both of these posts probably should stay up. Let's maybe roll back and maybe not interpret that rule in that particular way, or let's dial back that rule a little bit. But I definitely do think people are, and I'm not saying there hasn't been issues in this server before, and I'm not saying that, you know, there has been, like, people call it Hoyo shill gaming and stuff like that. But I just don't think this is it, if I'm honest. I really don't. Maybe it's a hot take. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. There might have been totally being biased, which isn't that big of a deal anyway. But I just think it was probably an honest mistake or a misinterpretation of their own rules. And, you know, it's just a Reddit page at the end of the day. You know, it's not going to be run like, well, Christ, I was going to say like a company or a government, but let's face it, companies and governments make mistakes.
Back up now, but the problem is, this is like a day or two later, so a lot of the hype for the character has gone now, or at least until he actually comes out. And I'm pretty sure that was their plan overall, because if that post was left up, then I think that would have been like one of the most upvoted posts on r/gacha gaming. You know, it would be at the top for everyone to see, and obviously these moderators just didn't like.
But they're scared about it getting popular? I don't really think so, if I'm honest. I think most people who are in r/gacha are going to kind of know about limited time events in the big games. And I think if you're not playing Wuthering Waves personally, I don't think you're going to just start playing it because you're getting a free character. You know, maybe a small percentage of players might be like, oh, free character, I'll start playing that game. I don't think most people will, though, if I'm honest. Maybe it might pull some people back, but I think those people might have already heard about it anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too kind here, but yeah, I just don't think this is it, man.
That or something
I
like
don't
that.
think this is
So
it.
they decided to take it down for a couple of days, and then whenever people are less interested, obviously it's going to get upvoted less, meaning that it's not going to be as high, and you know, they can continue to push their agenda of you know, Hoyoverse is such a great company and Kuro games suck. So yeah, it's a very stupid thing that went on r/casual gaming. Obviously the community is absolutely stupid in general, and yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys updated with those two situations because I thought it was quite funny to look through these Wuthering Waves haters. Let me know in the comments if you know any more. Is there any like YouTubers or anything that are like actively, you know, hating on Wuthering Waves apart from, you know, the obvious ones? And are there any crazy comments or tweets or Reddit posts or whatever that you've seen where you actually thought like, bro, are you okay, kind of thing? Because it seems like a lot of these people just hate the game because it's doing good at the moment. Yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you did enjoy,
See, like, yeah, this wasn't all that. And for me, I don't think people need to hate on Wuthering Waves because it's doing so good. It's doing amazing. But if you're playing, you know, Hoyo games, it's still a drop in the ocean in comparison. Look at Zenless Zone Zero's launch month. Now, I think Wuthering Waves is a far superior game. But let's not pretend that one's far more successful than the other. And Hoyo are going to continue to do fine. So, yeah. This wasn't all that, man. It was kind of a misfire in my opinion. And I'm not just speaking about Kazahane. I'm just talking about the whole thing itself. I've got to disagree on his viewpoints on the Reddit thing, in my opinion.
don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also go over to Gamer Subs and use my code KAZA where you can get a ton of cups and tubs, and they have a ton of really nice designs, so I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Alright, fairs. I respect the ability to, though, turn something really into, again, that probably could be explained in a tweet, into an almost 10-minute video, though, you know? That is a skill, and at the end of the day, as a fellow content creator, I respect it. I definitely don't think that video was all that deep, though, at all. It was all just a bit, like, light-hearted, really. And again, the whole Reddit thing, I don't agree. I've seen a few other people talking about that. I just don't see it like that, if I'm honest. I genuinely don't. Maybe they're right, and I'm wrong. Or I just think it was a bit of miscommunication going on, if I'm honest. And it really wasn't that serious at all. It ain't that deep, bro. It ain't that deep. Damage said defending Terra Fantasy when he's attacked by peak Genshin player base, at least. Whereas defenders and Genshin is not really as huge as it was during the pandemic. Yeah, I was going to say it's in a position a little bit better to deal with the onslaught, isn't it? Really? Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Yeah, I was going to say, I remember when Terra Fantasy came out. I do remember everybody absolutely, like, just annihilating it, really. And that's obviously before I was playing. Like, we came out in 2022. Started playing Genshin in 2023, I think. So it had been out 6 to 8 months by the time I played Genshin. So yeah, I heard a lot of people, and a lot of people used to come on my streams actually when I was playing that, saying, yeah, it's shit. So yeah. Now make Shorekeeper a free unit. All right, let's watch this last video, and then we're going to jump into some games. Alright, check this one out. I do really like, say, Tontas's videos, and he definitely deserves more viewers and more subscribers. He makes some really good, informed content that gets me thinking, actually, which in the gacha space is nice because, let's face it, there's a lot of vapid shit going on. But let's see what he's got to say about Kuro messed up with Encore. Interesting. I still need to build Encore. I actually have it now. I've only played at when you actually have to play at when you initially fight the Mech Abomination. But I want to build her up, actually. A lot of people rave about her, but let's see what he's got to say.
I pulled Encore on my very first day of Wuthering Waves.
Nice.
I didn't build her until nearly 3 months later.
Okay.
And wow, that was one of the biggest mistakes
yeah, I'm thinking I made a mistake in doing that, because I've seen loads of people just absolutely rave about it, but she's just been sitting there since I've got her, just waiting to be used. Like quite a few other characters, actually.
could have made in this game. I firmly believe Kuro messed up when they released Encore. Not because I have problems with her character design or her animations, but because of how damn good this character is, and how fantastic her gameplay feels relative to her competition. She's incredibly strong, and in all honesty, makes several members of the standard 5-star roster feel like absolute dog water compared to
I've heard other people say this as well, actually. I've heard other people say this as well. Like, again, people have absolutely raved about Encore, saying she's a serious unit. I wonder if he's going to talk about, like, maybe she should have got a little bit more fanfare. Maybe a banner as well, potentially. Because she does feel like she isn't really pushed front and center by the game either, is she really?
Her. Kuro genuinely made her too good compared to the other options.
Okay.
Encore is a character that seems to have everything in the game working for her, with fantastic numbers, amazing equipment options, and some of her best in slot teammates available for her at the beginning of the game, and for absolutely free. You could say it's favoritism on the developer's end, but the fact of the matter is that Encore is easily the strongest DPS you can pull.
See, again, that's interesting if that's the case. Again, haven't used her, haven't built her up, haven't really built Sanhua up as well. They don't really, like, I know she's in the permanent banner, but they don't, like, you know, she's not really kind of pushed by Kuro, is she? Now, I wonder if that's because of a design, that they knew that she wouldn't necessarily be a desired character in that regard. It's interesting though that she does kind of feel like a backseat character, but so many people say, dude, she's legit.
From the standard banner, and it isn't.
My uncle has dust in her hair.
Anybody who managed to pull her has practically been given the key to account progression and in-game content.
Dude, I've got a builder. Maybe she's the next character we build then. Obviously, we've got new banners coming, but maybe she's the next character we build and actually put some time into.
Even if you're not the biggest fan of her design, her easy team building, incredible versatility, and countless synergies have made her a top pick across competitive content. Today, we'll be discussing why this is the case.
I like her ult animation as well.
Exactly why Encore is the best 5-star standard DPS in the game. While her competition isn't very strong, this strength comes from more than the design of her kit. Every single version, from 1.0 to 1.1, has provided something to strengthen her overall standing in the meta, and she is in an incredibly powerful position. The last time I saw a standard 5-star character get this much support, it was more than 3 years after the original release of the game. As always, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. At a baseline, Encore's kit seems very similar to the rest of her standard 5-star DPS peers. With a transformative Resonance Liberation that heavily boosts her damage, inherent buffs from casting her skills, and a damaging outro skill, she's a character that demands a fair amount of field time in exchange for consistent damage. I
was going to say, I think that was one of the main reasons initially why I didn't bother building her, because I got her a little bit later, but because of my perceived idea that she required a lot of field time, which from what he's saying is kind of the case, I was just like, well, I've got other people that kind of fill that role for me at the moment. So that was one of the main reasons why I was just like, I've got no desire to build her up. But the more I'm seeing of this, like, you know, I really want to build her up now as well. Plus, she's got a really cool ult animation as well, which I am a big fan of the flashy looking stuff as well. I must admit, even if I've not got the most efficient team, if it does cool stuff, I'm sold.
Take all of these characteristics and apply them to Ling Yang and Calcharo. Where Encore first excels is through the incredible versatility provided by her Forte circuit, or that incredibly delayed charged up explosion. With the ability to swap to another character during this activation, this mechanic allows for a wide variety of different combos and...
I did not know that. That is a game changer. I didn't know that you could do that. I didn't know you could switch whirl in the animation for that attack and it continues to pop off. That's sick.
Rotations that other characters simply do not have access to. You can always use it at the end of your rotation in most cases, but there are also times where you can swap off Encore early to begin new rotations or build resources for other characters. The other standard 5-star DPSs lack these additional options and decision making, and Encore doesn't lose any of her numbers to gain access to these options.
We don't talk about Ling Yang here anyway. You know, we don't talk about that guy.
In a lot of ways, she feels like a standard plus character. There's simply more you can do when it comes to advanced gameplay mechanics to optimize her rotations, and it doesn't feel like you're losing as much with these methods compared to a character like Calcharo, who suffers a lot from his incredibly long animation times and actually loses damage from dodging.
Yeah, do you think that'll ever be changed in the way his kit works? Or potentially we're just going to get a character that's going to, I don't know, somehow negate that drop-off, potentially, in the future? Because I feel like it should happen, because Calcharo's still really good, but I just feel like they did him dirty in that regards. And I'm not usually one for tweaking characters too much after the fact, especially if they've been in a banner as well. But I think it's the right thing to do with Calcharo.
Encore, on the other hand, feels fast, and with the additional comfort of ranged attacks, her entire kit feels far more fluid on field than every other standard DPS, with a lot more safety bundled in. However, Encore's outstanding performance doesn't end with just her combat. Her echoes and her teams also have an insane amount of synergy. Encore's best-in-slot echo set is Molten Rift with Inferno Rider as the forecast. With an easy set activation condition of a Resonance skill cast and a damage boost to basic attacks on the echo effect, Molten Rift as a whole was specifically designed for Encore and for her rotations, synergizing heavily with her inherent skill and boosting her main source of damage, basic attacks. Out of all the Fusion DPS characters, Encore is the one that synergizes fully with the forecast. She even beats out Chang Li, an actual limited character. What this ultimately means is that
I think potentially we're going to see more echoes. Will we see some that potentially work better with some of the more limited characters as well? Because that's interesting. I didn't know that either. That the Fusion I forgot what it's called anyway, was really designed for in that regards. That's insane.
That Encore and her teams are very simple to build, with a reliance on one damage stat and a best-in-slot teammate in Sanhua who buffs that damage stat. With Sanhua free as well from one of the beginner login events, all you needed to build Encore's endgame hypercarry team was Encore herself. I don't know any character in the game that was this easy to build and make a team for. Calcharo? His best teammate is literally a limited character. Ling Yang? It's better not to talk about him until someone fixes his problems.
And that's not even talking about his gameplay either. Again, we don't talk about that guy.
Is a lot less complicated to build compared to other characters and has an easier time team building. There were, however, even more investments a player could make beyond their echoes and their teammates. The weapons. String Master, or Yinlin's signature weapon, is
I made the mistake of not pulling on this weapon, actually. Again, I think I've made a mistake in trying to pull for Chang Li's weapon this time, instead of saving for the next banner, but I wish I'd have actually pulled Yinlin's weapon.
Absolutely insane on Encore. It has no business being this strong of a weapon on her. With a universal damage bonus and raw attack stacked up from casting resonance skills, this weapon works fantastically with Encore's rotations and
to me though, that's how some of the 5-star weapons should be like that though. They should work really well on other characters, because that's the whole reason, in my opinion, for getting people to pull for them. I think they should definitely make some of the 4-star weapons as well a bit more of crit attached to them, but also make them a little bit more usable across the board and work well with different characters. But I think the 5-star should really work with at least a few characters, and most of them do, but I think that should be a prerequisite, in my opinion.
Provides almost no wasted stats. The weapon's additional effect of increasing attack even works when Encore is swapped off-field during her Forte Circuit's explosion. What this means is that Encore wins compared to her standard 5-star peers, even when it comes to limited weapons. Encore can use every single part of String Master, and she can use it well. Calcharo has had 2 entire limited Broadblades available for him, and he doesn't synergize well with any of them. With Jian's weapon specializing in heavy attack damage and Jinxi's weapon in resonance skills, they both function as little more than a critical stat stick in the hands of Calcharo, who deals
Again, man, this is why I say Caltaro needs some love. Like, I don't know whether another character can potentially fix him that's specifically designed. You know, that'll work with other characters, but specifically designed to make Caltaro better in a bunch of different ways. Or he gets a weapon and he gets a tweak. Or all of the above, potentially. Because I just feel like the dude needs some love. Like, I still really like Caltaro. I think he's a lot of fun to use as well. And why the hell is he the only character as well that's got a full-on animation for the intro? I still don't understand that.
Deals a majority of his damage with basic attacks and his Resonance Liberation. Ling Yang's limited 5-star weapons? There aren't any. The boy is quite literally starving for anything, Kuro. Sometimes, it really does feel like some characters are getting treated a bit better than others. The funniest thing about all these synergies and lack of synergies is the fact that Yinlin's weapon didn't need to be so versatile. With Yinlin dealing most of her damage through resonance skills, her weapon could have easily only boosted resonance skill damage without its generic
I think it's good
attack
that it
boosts.
didn't though.
But Kuro decided otherwise, much to the benefit of Encore players.
That's how it should be, in my opinion.
You might have realized that Encore was given every tool she needed to be a top DPS in version 1.0.
Damn, man, I missed out on that weapon, dude.
They added Chang Li to the game, effectively giving players even more ways to pilot Encore, with her teams with Chang Li focusing more on a swap-heavy playstyle, as opposed to the hypercarry setups she would run with San Hua. Encore was already great, and Chang Li's release did nothing but add to her potential value. I personally didn't even think about building Encore until after I pulled Chang Li, and wow, my eyes have been opened. Overall, Encore has been given a lot of tools across the 2 to 3 months Wuthering Waves has been live.
I have got to definitely build it. See, this is what I was talking about before as well. How future characters can really lift up older characters to combat power creep on older characters as well. In terms of like support characters, sub DPSs, whatever, you know, whatever role the character wants to play to improve an older character or an older resonator. Man, Encore's been getting some serious love, hasn't she? We're definitely going to have to build her up. Again, I still regret not pulling Yinlin's signature weapon, though. I really do.
Pair these fantastic tools with her amazing baseline kit, and you have a character that punches way above her weight class as a standard 5-star DPS. It might just be that she's an outlier when it comes to her performance, but it's clear that there have been some intentionally designed weapons and freebies that have made building and using her a lot easier and more effective than other characters. We can only hope that other standard 5-stars get this kind of treatment in the future.
I agree. Not just even the standard five stars. I think limited characters as well. I want to see stuff that works across the board. And a weapon I've pulled now. Okay, it's great. It works with the character it came with, and it works a little bit. It works okay with another character, and then a future character comes out. And I get it. I suppose with the limited characters, they're going to want you to really pull on the character to get the most benefit. That's fine. But also, older weapons really work well with newer characters coming out in the future as well. Just about getting that balance just right, isn't it?
Sure. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Peace out.
Another great video. Again, I love his videos because they're really well informed, and he puts his information across really well as well. He knows what he's talking about. But my eyes have been opened. I am ready to delve into building up Encore. Again, people have told me before, dude, she's actually really decent. But because I already had, you know, my main DPSs built up really, particularly Gian for a while. He was like my main hyper carry for quite a while. I'm gonna have to build her up, man. I'm definitely gonna have to build her up. Add to the roster. Again, sad that I skipped Yinlin's weapon. I really am. A lot of people tell that dodging is a waste of a lot of damage and time because you locked on the animation for 2 seconds every time you dodge. Ski gun on time as 20 dodges means 40 seconds. Well, this is the problem with Calcharo anyway. Like, you lose a lot of DPS dodging. So when it comes to harder content, he's just not as useful. And then since the beta and the launch as well, he's lost some of his benefits with Yinlin also, which is a shame. I think the dude even needs a tweak to his kit and his abilities, or the DPS drop off, or there needs to be a new weapon that comes out either in you know, content in the game, or I don't know how they're going to bring it out, but it's a new weapon that's kind of catered more to him, that makes him better in other ways, that lifts him up a little bit so they don't have to mess with his kit, or they bring a character out that negates those sort of issues. But I think the best way would be to kind of tweak his kit and bring a weapon. And I think Calcharo would be a lot more useful then, because he works really well with Yin Lin. And, you know, that's there. Like, you know, the character is automatically so much better. I think the dude deserves it as well. They need to show. We need to get a petition started, chat. Show Calcharo some love for Kuro. But anyway, great video from Saint Tontas, guys. You should definitely check him out. Great content. Deserves way more subscribers. That was a great video. That was. And they should do some weapon banner resubs so we can try and pull for those. Yeah, they will. When the character banners get rerun, the weapons will come as well. That's a really good. What? That was off the drop. I thought the max crit damage you could get was 22. But yeah, I agree. Yeah. Calcharo needs some love. It's interesting that, like, and I get it. Not all characters can get the love all at the same time as well. And I think sometimes it might inadvertently, but I definitely do think there has been some design going into that to make her better, hasn't there? You know, I think it's hard to disagree with that. Now they just need to show Calcharo a bit of love, and Ling Yang as well. Even though I'm not really bothered about Ling Yang, but that's just because I'm not, doesn't mean everybody else isn't as well. Yeah, interesting. Good video it was. Oh, okay, 20. Yeah, that's max roll. That's a max roll, man. So I think, what is it? Is it 22 on damage and like 12 on crit rate? Sorry, I think. If you can get a 22, that's a god roll drop, man. If you can get the good substats on that, banging. Oh yeah, God. Jesus Christ, joking. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated. It helps out as well. Check this video out. Oh, I got a couple I kind of want to check out here. Another one from Kazahana, but we'll watch that later or something. Now we've already watched 2 of his videos, haven't we?
Yo.
And Cal suffers the most. I think the thing is with him, like, well, the major thing is the way his skill and that works, and his kit is that you can't dodge or take a hit to get your maximum damage. So as soon as you have to, which in harder content you have to, especially if you're running a team where you're maybe not running a healer, so you really can't be taking damage, you just lose a lot of your damage. And when you're getting DPS checked and you've got a time limit, it really starts to make him a lot less viable for that higher end game content, which, you know, he really should be viable for the entirety of the game, really. But he definitely should be viable for it now, which is he's just not for the most part. Now, I'm not saying people can't clear stuff with him, but it's just like there's just better options all around, really, which is a shame. Because I feel like that he deserves to be viable. Because he's a really fun character to use as well, and I think fun characters definitely should be more, you know, be used more, because at the end of the day, the game's about fun, isn't it? Some characters are just more fun to use than other characters.
So you may have seen in my last videos, or maybe from some other content creators.
Let's check this out, actually, because I haven't really reacted to this sort of stuff. Oh, we are going to watch this one from Kazahana. Wuthering Waves faces a major revenue chart problem. I didn't really make any videos or talk too much about the whole issue last month regarding the revenue not being tracked and the actual, like, kind of, I guess, not so great numbers or lower than expected numbers for Wuthering Waves. So let's see what Kazahana's got to say in this and see what we think about it all. Because Zenly's had an insane opening month as well.
So you may have seen in my last videos, or maybe from some other content creators, the July gacha revenue chart, where Zenless Zone Zero made a total of $96 million. With Wuthering
Which, let me just pause it before we get into it, doesn't matter at all. At the end of the day, as long as the game's profitable enough for them to prioritize the development and continuation of the game, it really doesn't matter to us how much money the game's making. Let's face it, who cares what shareholders are making in these corporations? As long as the game continues to be good, that's all that matters, really.
Waves coming in at 6th
we want it to be healthy.
Still amazing, making $29.5 million.
Still a massive
which
amount
is an
of money.
Extremely great number, and I think that honestly, it could go even higher in the future.
Agree.
There's been some new information.
I think one of the issues is we're always stuck comparing games to Hoyo, and I just think you're always going to come up short, aren't you?
That's come out about some of these other games, which could be a big problem for Wuthering Waves, and it just kind of puts into perspective the kind of size of all of these other games around Wuthering Waves and what they have to compete with. And recently, you may have seen there's been a lot of posts and videos about me being a Kuro shill or a Hoyo shill or something like that. Maybe going with the narrative that I always shill Kuro games and Wuthering Waves, glazing it, saying it's the best game ever. Well, in this video, we're going to be doing a bit of Hoyo shilling today, because a lot of this news is to do with Zenless Zone Zero. Now, there was this post on the Zenless Zone Zero Reddit saying Zenless Zone Zero's total revenue for July was estimated to be $306 to $348 million, which is absolutely insane. And obviously, it's way higher than what's shown on the gacha revenue chart.
Dude, that's scary insane, that is. That is ridiculous. Again, I think this is the problem sometimes where Kuro is always going to be, which is fair. The game should be compared, you know. I don't have issues with people making comparison videos about games and pointing out different things and better things about this and better things about that, because at the end of the day, it makes all of our games better, unless it's Genshin Impact, was they just ignore you. But I think it's definitely fair to compare Wuthering Waves to Genshin as well in terms of gameplay and all that sort of stuff. But I think at the end of the day, I think you're always going to come up short again if you're trying to compare revenue, because you just got no chance, man. No chance.
This is because I think this takes into account all of the PC players too. It's just insane to be saying.
Oh, okay. That post regarding Zenless Zone Zero. I would really be interested in terms of the revenue for Wuthering Waves, including PC revenue, because I think it's going to be like a lot higher, because I think there's a lot more, or at least a percentage lies a lot more to PC players spending, whether it's 50-50, 60-40 or whatever. I just think there's a bigger chunk of people spending on PC and spending decently than there is in the other games, if I'm honest.
That amount of money. So in this video, we're going to be going through the GameLook article which covers this, talking about how this could affect Wuthering Waves and whether Wuthering Waves actually has any chance in the future whenever it comes to the revenue chart, and what's going to happen with the...
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I guess it does for Kuro, because they want to be making as much money as possible. But as long as the game, as long as it's doing enough for them to prioritize, it doesn't really matter.
overall future of Xenozone Zero and just these other Hoyoverse games. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go over to my anime channel and go subscribe to that. Obviously, we're releasing a ton of new videos about anime, so I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. And let's get back into the video. See, as I said, there was actually a post on GameLook, which is a Chinese site, which pretty much talks about the overall revenue of Xenozone Zero. And pretty much it says July new game revenue list. Jukeling broke 12 billion, NetEase made a big profit, Tencent and Jingdong each made some gains. So again, this entire website is going to be translated by Google Translate. So again, guys, don't take this information, super seriously. Obviously, a lot of it could be mistranslated. But again, it does give us a really good idea and the general information coming from Xenozone Zero. So obviously there's going to be a lot of spelling mistakes and just wrong.
I think the fact of the matter, even if we don't get into, exact numbers, there's no denying that Xenozone Zero has had just the best launch it could possibly have had. I knew it was going to do well. It's a Hoyo game at the end of the day. I just didn't think it was going to do as well as what it did. I was genuinely surprised when I saw that number sitting around 100 million. I was blown away by that. Ridiculous.
Words. But at the same time, it definitely shows us how much money that these companies have made. And also, if you guys know Stick, this is actually where I found this whole document. I'd definitely go recommend watching his video. Obviously, he goes through it too, and he obviously trusts GameLook with a lot of this data. So I would trust it too. It pretty much says that GameLook's reports for July may be the month when the fierce competition for this year's summer, I think I'm supposed to say game season, is at its peak. At the beginning of last month, GameLook counted that more than 20 new games were scheduled for release in July. It was a rare occasion that the three giants Tencent, NetEase, and Xiaomi, I'm pretty sure that means Hoyoverse there, joined together, and all three major companies launched new S-level products this month. All signs indicate that this July is destined to be filled with smoke and heavy casualties. So again, they're saying that this is going to be a big battlefield, and that all the gacha games are going to be going after each other, which we definitely did see in the revenue chart. Obviously,
Do you know what as well? I know that I keep saying this, and it is kind of just an assumption, but I think it's an assumption with a little bit of evidence in regards to the regional spending with Wuthering Waves. I just think Wuthering Waves is going to be more popular in the West than it is in China. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to somehow negate the China revenue, because it's not, because they're bigger spenders at the end of the day, and there's a bigger audience, potential audience to be garnered there. I just think it's going to be more of an international game, and it's even with massive numbers coming in from the West, it's not going to reach Hoyo's levels, but I just think it's going to be a lot more balanced, which from a gamer's point of view, again, is a really good thing for us, because it means we're going to be listened to in other regions rather than they're just taking China's feedback, which is a good thing, man. It's a really good thing.
These are some very high performing numbers. We've got Love and Deep Space, battling out with a lot of the top games such as Genshin Impact.
Dude, I don't know anything about that game as well.
Honkai Star, who have lost
Seems
money,
a little
again,
sus.
absolutely amazing. And it says, indeed, looking back now, the domestic market is basically dominated by Tencent, NetEase, and Hoyoverse.
Not surprising.
GameLook combined data from multiple third-party platforms and found that in July this year, there were 6 mobile games worldwide who estimated monthly revenue exceeding 30 million yuan for the first time, 5 of which were Chinese companies. So if you don't know how much that is, that's around about 4 million United States dollars, which again is absolutely insane, especially for a mobile game, and that 6 of them actually managed to reach this, which is absolutely amazing and is super.
It's not surprising though that mobile games make so much money, because it's the biggest game market now combined, isn't it? I think like PC, console combined is dwarfed by the mobile market now.
Surprising to see. And again, they keep going on to say that, the month of July was dominated by Tencent, NetEase, and Hoyoverse. Obviously, these companies are going to be some of the biggest because they do make a lot of high-performing games, and also Tencent and NetEase just have a ton of games in general. Whether they're doing good or not, they literally just have a lot of them, so they do make a lot of profit off of that. And they say that the best performance in July is undoubtedly the highly talked about Zero, which is Xenozone Zero. As a new game of Xiaomi, they're talking about Hoyoverse here, the game was highly anticipated before it was launched. In the first month, GameLook's estimated revenue on all platforms, including PC and PS consoles around the world, reached an astonishing 2.2 to 2.5 billion, far ahead of others. Now, obviously, we just talked about 30 million yuan. That was quite a lot of money.
That is about 300 million, isn't it?
Quite a bit, but 2.5 billion is on another level. Now, if we actually look at what 2.5 billion is, it's as the Reddit post said, $348 million in a single month, which is absolutely insane.
That is ridiculously insane. Like, this is why I say it mind boggles me that Western corporations aren't like, you know what? Fuck all of this, you know, allowing people to get mad at us because we've got pretty characters and they might have big boobs and they might potentially be, you know, sexualized, whatever. I just don't understand why these companies aren't jumping on it, because I know why they're terrified of that sort of commentary going on, but it's just like, I know they want the money just as much. You'd think they'd ignore it by now. I'm so surprised that we haven't got Western companies really trying to get into this anime, you know, this anime gacha space. It's wild. I'm surprised that we haven't really seen one of the big Western developers trying it or publishers trying it.
And obviously, it is a release of the game. That's probably one
Don't get me wrong, they're probably really fuck it up because they just don't get the space, but I'm still surprised.
Bigger reasons why there's a lot more revenue this month. Obviously, you know, it's at the top of the charts with 96 million just for mobile, and you know, that was to be expected as it's a new game. A lot of people are going to be very hyped for it, and also HoYoverse is just a very well-known company and just trusted in the gacha space overall, because you know, people coming over from Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, they were interested in what this game was because it has a similar style. You know, they have like similar animators and, you know, people working on it so that they can keep this kind of HoYoverse style going, which obviously interests a lot of people to spend this amount of money. And obviously it worked. They made over $340 million, which is absolutely insane. And it goes on to talk about some of the other games that were comparing with it. And obviously Zenless Zone Zero just kind of destroyed a lot of the market going on there. But how does this actually compare to Wuthering Waves? And is it a big problem with them? Well, obviously in some of my previous videos, I looked at this pocketgamer.biz article talking about Wuthering Waves sailing past 100 million in under 2 months, and that can probably tell you where it's kind of at the moment. Obviously 2 months includes the actual release,
which is still really good. Like, you'd look at that in a vacuum and you'd be like, that is ridiculous. They are making money hand over fist. I don't know how much the game took to develop, but they are making stupid money. And hopefully, if the trend continues in the right direction, or at least stays linear, they're going to continue to make massive profits, or they will make massive profits in the future. It's just when you compare it to Zenless Zone Zero and HoYoverse in general, it just makes it not look great, which, you know, it's still really good.
Wuthering Waves, and it made $100 million compared to Zenless Zone Zero's $340 million, which was just made in a month, and it's also the release of the game like Wuthering Waves was. So again, 100 million in 2 months.
Yeah, I think Japan is the number one spender for Wuthering Waves. Yeah, and then I think, is it China then the US, or is it US then China? But it's a lot more, you know, a lot closer together, which is a good thing. Again, this is a good thing for us as gamers, for us especially in regions that are in China. We want that, really. We want the game to be profitable, but we want it to be a bit more balanced so we get listened to as well.
Versus 340 million in 1 month. You can kind of see which game is doing better here. And yeah, Zenless Zone Zero is absolutely killing it. And obviously that is just great for HoYoverse and a lot of Zenless Zone Zero players. Obviously, I still play Zenless Zone Zero quite a bit, and it's a very enjoyable game. Although
it is, man. It is a good game.
Boring since the release, because obviously there's just less to do, and you know, you're just stuck with a.
I haven't actually yet. I need to get back on and clear the content. I honestly do. I've started falling a little bit behind on Zenless Zone Zero actually.
And do character releases, but overall I think it's a very good game, and I can understand why it actually made this much money. But I reckon it's going to be going down in the future. Now, most of this is to do with, you know, the future updates.
I think that's safe to say, because that's just ridiculous numbers. I can't see them holding on that for a while, especially as we get into more updates coming from Genshin and Star Rail as well, because that money's going to rotate back into those again. But still, I don't think it really matters, does it? You know, they've only got to get, even if they drop down to 50 million a freaking month, they've made crazy money, so they're happy.
And what's going on with Zenless Zone Zero? If you haven't seen, they've got some really nice characters coming out. They've gotten Bernice, and they've also gotten another one called Caesar King, which again, they both look like amazing characters, and I think they will be high-selling characters, you know, in Zenless Zone Zero. But again, I haven't really seen much other content to do with the game, and I think it might fizzle out a little bit, especially with the new stuff going on in Honkai Star and Genshin Impact.
I don't think it'll fizzle out. I think, no, I don't know what he's actually determining is fizzling out, but I think Zenless Zone Zero will stay in the top 5 for a while, and be in the top 10 for the foreseeable future. Now, of course, as new updates come out for different games and new games launch, you know, we'll see, you know, the jostling will happen and games will drop down and back in and out and back in and out of the top 5, but it'll stay up there. It'll stay up there.
Too. Obviously, we had the release of the new update, but we also had some new
I believe Wuthering Waves will as well. Well, I hope it does.
And
because I hope it
obviously,
keeps
they
making
both
money
look
because I enjoy the
amazing,
game.
and I think they will be massive components in the game in the future. And I definitely think that will bring up the revenue for Honkai Star Rail. And obviously, Genshin Impact has the whole Natlan thing going on very, very soon. So again, that's going to bring up a lot of the revenue for Genshin Impact. As we
It's also, you know, once Natlan drops, dude, the rage bait is going to be real. We're definitely going to farm some of that.
saw, they both actually lost money. As you can see, they're on 36 and 35 million. They lost quite a bit of money, and I think this was tactical by Horrorverse, literally just to, you know, make room for Zenless Zone Zero.
She's
to
just
get more people to
rotating
play
into Zenless Zone
because
Zero.
If Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail had
All
two
gone
big
into the same
updates,
pocket.
then I think a lot of people would have just been like, I'll just keep playing those games because I enjoy the game. But this time they actually, like, I think tactically decided to release some dead
It's smart, because what you do then is you've got some dead updates on these games. People go into Zenless Zone Zero, spend a lot of money. Now they've got that sunk cost bias in 3 games, not just 2. They've started spending on Zenless Zone Zero. Well, I may as well continue.
updates, making people go over to Zenless Zone Zero and try that because it was a little bit of something new, and pretty much getting people hooked on it. So again, it's a very good move from Horrorverse here, but I think that would definitely mean we'll see Zenless Zone Zero going down. Whether that means they get knocked off the top spot, I don't know. Maybe they could stay up in the top spot just by a little bit. I think the only games that are really going to affect this is Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail that could go up
I think Star Rail will probably be back up to number 1 soon, if I'm honest.
above, or even Love and Deep Space could go above Zenless Zone Zero, which would be quite funny to see them at the top spot, because a lot of people have been talking about that game recently. As for Wuthering Waves, though,
I still know I might have to watch some videos on that game because I know nothing about it.
we do have some pretty big banners. Obviously, we've got Jeji coming out very, very soon. She might already be out by the time this video comes out. So again, that's a pretty big update. And also we had some really cool characters teased too, which I can't wait to see in the game. And I think that will definitely go up to, I think, 29.5 million, which is a bit of downtime. And I think Wuthering Waves also had some issues with the iOS charts. Now, do I think it would beat Zenless Zone Zero?
No.
It could do in the future, but so far, looking at all this combined data,
I think if Zenless might be, I mean, Wuthering might be Zenless in between updates potentially in a few months when Wuthering's maybe potentially got a little bit more steam and a bit more momentum, potentially. But I think it'll only be like little blips here and there where it'll get above Star Rail, it'll get above Genshin, it'll get above Zenless Zone Zero, and then I think it'll fall back under for the most part. I think that's just being realistic. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. For me, I don't care. Again, as long as the game's making enough to make it viable for the studio, that's all that matters. But yeah, I just don't think it will.
it seems like Zenless Zone Zero is doing much better than Wuthering Waves. And a lot of people out there calling me a Kuro shill. You know, I'm being very positive about Zenless Zone Zero here. I think they're doing great. I think the revenue completely outdoes what Wuthering Waves made, and it's really good to see. So again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think that Zenless Zone Zero is going to fall off in the future? Or do you think it's going to stay up on top? And that, you know, maybe we're going to see Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, and Honkai Star Rail all in the top 3 space, you know, covering it for the next couple months. But again, I don't really know what we're going to see. Obviously, the revenue chart is pretty unpredictable, and there's a lot of games that just kind of pop up out of nowhere. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, as I said, if you enjoyed this video, then don't...
That's the thing as well, because a lot of this is based around China, so these games will pop up out of nowhere that you're just like, dude, what the hell is that? I've never even heard of that game, and then it'll disappear again because the Chinese audience are just funneling cash into it.
It's good to leave a like and subscribe.
It's where all the whales are at the end of the day, aren't they?
As we do a lot of anime content, as I said. And yeah, I will see you guys.
Yeah, good video. At the end of the day, these revenue charts do not matter, do they? They really do not matter. The only way revenue really matters to us is if it makes enough for the game to continue and us to keep having an enjoyable game. But these are pointless point scoring for fanboys, I think, at the end of the day, when they want to be like, oh, look how much our game's made compared to yours. It's like, oh, you made that, did you? No, you fucking didn't. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, cool video. Be interested to see where Wuthering Waves sits in the future, just from an interesting point of view. And I'd like to see the PC revenue just because I'm interested in seeing it. Doesn't matter, but I think it could potentially double the revenue. I know all this is from mobile anyway, but I think it could potentially double Wuthering Waves revenue, especially when it comes to console as well. I think we'll see a big uptick in Wuthering Waves revenue. Yeah, Wuthering Waves faces a major revenue chart problem, but it doesn't even matter. All right, let's play some video games. play some video games, man. Let's get some dude fantasy, shall we? Red Dead Redemption coming to PC. I don't know, dude. Is it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, as well, later, we are going to be checking out some Spectre Divide, and we're also going to be playing Arena Breakout Infinite. So, big pivot in the content. That's what I'm going to do to the evening, because I know at the minute people have been used to me playing a bit of gacha games, and I kind of, like, I wanted to play Tower Fantasy anyway, if I'm honest. So I didn't want to rock the boat too much. So, yeah. But, yeah, later on, we're going to be checking out, let's switch it up a little bit. Yeah, how's things anyway? Those stood safe. You still there? Still can't do this stuff yet, can I? I really wanna. Where's my free stuff? There we go. Give me my free stuff, please, and thank you. So, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I want to keep pulling on this banner off, actually. Gamba time! Trash. Ooh, ooh. Herbal? Herbal? Man, we're rocking lots of pepper, aren't we? Lots and lots and lots. Do you watch that video about Asteria in the past? What, the Terror Fantasy, Terror Fantasy? No, I don't think I did, no. Poop, 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 poop. What's his history of Asteria? No, that's not right, no. ties to the past? No? Sarah Fancy had to get mirror and Olvera coins.
I don't care where we go. I just don't like standing still.
No, I don't think I did, no. I watched the, Oh, if it was the, oh, what was he called now? I forgot what it was called. If it's a Terra Fantasy one, yes, we did. Forgot what it was called now. Something. Something. Reshaping the Future? That one?
When you can read the wind, you can predict the weather.
We did that. We did watch that one. Alright, what we doing? Kim's defense, get to the Crown Omnium. Okay. Oh, I don't have a TP, do I? This one's up top though, yeah. Get there a little bit quicker. Yeah. We watched that one, yeah. It was good, I enjoyed it. And I definitely think she would be a cool playable character as well. Let's go get this actually. Let's go get it. It's free real estate. I'm so glad that I came at the time when I did though, that we don't consume stamina now. Because that is clutch. Genshi could never. Then again though, neither could Wuthering Waves. What's this? Ooh, nice. Can I interact in the current state? Why? Okay, that was weird. Just wanted to wait a little bit. He wasn't ready for me. Okay, I'll get it. So you can wait. We'll talk in a minute. Okay, that messed up. That was not part of the plan. I was wondering if we could run them over as well, actually. Myth busted. No, we cannot. Dude, I feel like I've just got to go and get that, you know? It's too tempting, I've got to go for it. You know? see the candy. I've got to grab the candy. Really? No! That did not go to plan. Whoa. Oh, dude, I'm so low on stamina. Can I not use my, Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Can't even use my, heavy attack, so I was exhausted. Okay. Things did not go to plan. Okay, there we go. Is that gonna come down? Oh, bro, are you trolling me? I swear I hit F as we passed that. He didn't want to know. Chat, it's tricking me. It is coming down. I need to hit it. Is that what the hell? I've got to go get those down. Come on. Come on. Wow, what the hell? Okay. I didn't know I could, like, sprint down the wall with shift. I didn't know that. Or control should have... No, it's shift, yeah. Oh, you can actually... Oh, okay, controls. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I learned something new. Nice, I can eat while I'm climbing as well. We're learning things today, chat. We learned new stuff about Encore. Learned that I'm stupid. And, we can dash down the wall as well. Why can't I get in there? Ah, forget it. I'll come back to it. Why can't I get in there, though? Alright, we've got a mission to do. I'm not that interested anyway. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. That's what it was. I didn't want to do it. It wasn't that I couldn't. I didn't want to. We were struggling with that then, weren't we? Nobody saw it. Okay? It didn't happen. It was all in your imagination. I've got to go get the chesticle. I've got to go get the chesticle, guys.
Too much. Keep up the pressure. Ouch!
Oh shit, what the hell? A little bit of damage then.
Oh, what's in it?
Wake up, boys, wake up. the Crane Omnium Tower. Over here. Is that what I'm doing? Should have tracked the point actually, shouldn't I really? Pardon me? That was a horrible wet burp, that was. No, I think I need to go back yet. No, no. Okay. Dude, look at those boobs. Oh my god, it's not, oh my days, bro. I'm at the wrong fucking tower. I'm at the wrong fucking tower. Where am I? Which tower do I need to get to? Ah, it's because he TP'd me over here. I was at the right tower, wasn't I? I was at the right tower. I think I was anyway. My brain's turned to mush today. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm yawning. I slept well last night. Dude, I swear sometimes, do you guys get that? The more you sleep, the more you tired you are. I feel like if I get anything more than like 7.5 hours sleep, I might as well just not slept. Now we're going down. Going down further. Dude, full damage can be kind of harsh though. Not gonna lie. Is that a snow area? I was just standing over there like, look at my fish. Look at my fish. Let's get this space route first. Okay. Let's go speak to Carlos then.
Chief Carlos, do you know who attacked you?
So we gone from the beach straight to like a winter area.
It's dangerous here. Leave here.
I can help you fight off the invaders.
I like the variety in the character design though, as well.
Freeze where you are.
An Omnium cannon has been discovered. It can be used to stop invaders.
I like this sign. It's fun to use. It's flashy as well. I like myself a flashy weapon, I'm not gonna lie. Big fan of the style of the substance sometimes. Nah, it's got to have a substance, but, you know. I like it to look pretty. Are we going to use this? Oh, let's go. See, like this sort of variation in the gameplay. I appreciate this. I appreciate it. You know, in terms of variety, these games probably got all the others kind of stumped, if I'm honest. They're just outside my range, those are the ones are. Shock and awe, baby. Shock and awe.
Leave them for now. Take the loot and leave.
Yeah, run, pussies. That's it. Fuck out of here.
Thank you, stranger, but why did you help us?
Hykros sent me to shut down the Omnium Tower here.
Check his
And
hoodie.
Mr. Kim said you could help me.
Kim? So he actually remembers me, huh? I'm sorry, though. I'm afraid I can't help you. As you see, we can't even protect ourselves right now. Although the shelter is safe for the time being, the heirs of Ida have captured a lot of our people. We need to find a way to save them.
I can help you. Do you know where they were taken?
Sure, we'll take any help we can get. When the heirs of Ida retreated, I ordered someone to tail them. She should send word any time now.
How can I contact her?
Her name is Marie. She's a very brave girl. I'll sync her walkie-talkie frequency band to yours. I'm counting on you to save our friends.
I'm Marie. The heirs of Ida have retreated to a stronghold by the shore. I'm trying to locate the hostages.
Okay.
Marie, can you hear me?
I'll send you the coordinates. I need reinforcements now.
Okay. All right. What do you do with the actual dandelions?
Are you the one the chief sent to me? I thought there would be more of you. Taking on the heirs of Ida won't be easy.
Dude, I like a helmet.
Our captured companions are inside, but there are a lot of guards on patrol. I'm afraid to get any closer. But can you really do it? Don't put yourself and the others at risk, and I will report to Chief Carlos right away.
I got you, kid. I got you. I'll sort it out. What are we doing? Read the members. Is that friend gone in the sky dead? You want some as well, do ya? Get the fuck out of here. really like these, whatever they are. Speakers. They're cool. I don't know what they are. They're like, they're supposed to be like headphones or something. It works. I like it. One more left to get. Where is he? Or she? Here he is. Get out of here. He's immune, I didn't realize. What's going on? How much was that, Buffers? That's cool. That's cool.
Mind your own business.
Oh, potential healing ceiling is without. I must admit, I do like the fact that it drops a tune when you use the skill. It's freaking sick. Oh, we've actually got some blue ones now.
What a cool surprise.
Is it kind of a waste of time to force them then? You don't really get much out of them at all, do you, when you force them? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Am I right or am I right? Thank you. Ooh. Nice. What was that? 100k as well. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that their weapon appearance can be anything like boots, headphones, wings, not standard sets of swords, bows, great sword, spears. Yeah, I like that as well, actually. That's something that I wish Wuthering Waves would be a little bit more think outside the box in is the way the weapons are, you know? I appreciate that.
What's in it?
Like, I was even saying it'd be cool with Wuthering Waves if there was... What's that? Oh, it's at a dream machine. Even if it was just things like having a different variety of like ranged weapons and even the melee weapons having like, you know, like hammers and scythes and such. But yeah, I feel like having the freedom to like actually go totally out the box with the weapon design so they don't actually have to read literal weapons is a cool idea. I like that. There's lots of things this game does quite well. And ideas that I am intrigued to see if they incorporate and how they incorporate them into Neverness to Everness. Because again, I'm so looking forward to that game. And the more I play Tower of Fantasy, the more I'm looking forward to Neverness, actually. Because like a lot of people like ragging on it and saying, oh, the reason that they're really like not too excited for Neverness to Everness was because of Tower of Fantasy. But now, as somebody who was excited for Neverness to Everness anyway, after playing Tower of Fantasy, I'm kind of, you know, I'm a little bit more interested, if I'm honest.
He also claimed to be from Hykros, but I didn't know whether he was telling the truth or not. I asked him to wait in the room opposite. I placed some guards at the door to be on the safe side. Go and confirm whether he is who he says he is.
Two seconds. Just need to check something. Yeah, I must agree. Big agree on that. We gotta go talk to Franz now, have we? Oh, Franz in town. That's good. I like these little habitats, like capsule corp habitats.
Ah, you're here at last. I thought I was going to be locked up here forever. Do I look suspicious to you?
I think quite suspicious.
Agree. I thought I could rule the land with this old face.
Let's get down to business. Hykros seems a little worried. The Omnium reserves in the Tower of... However, according to the information I collected earlier on, the operational state of the Omnium Tower seems to be abnormal. We need to make adequate plans after carrying out a field investigation.
Okay.
If we can't turn it off as soon as possible, we're likely to see a large-scale energy leak.
It's not too late. Let's get going.
What happens if there's an energy leak? Get like time distortions or something.
So, is our guest a friend of yours?
He's my friend, Franz.
Dude, I love his design.
He's one of the good guys. We have a mission to carry out for Hykros, so I've come to say goodbye to you for now.
I see. I'm sorry for the inhospitality. Apologize to your friend for me, would you? We didn't mean to offend him. If you're going to the Omnium Tower, you've got a long journey ahead of you. Let me ask Marie to give you a ride.
According to standard safety regulations, Marie has not yet reached the minimum age to legally drive a vehicle.
Don't underestimate Marie. She's an awesome kid. Trust me. You helped us out so much today. If you're ever in trouble, feel free to return here anytime, and we'll do all we can to help you.
The car is ready. Make sure you stay safe out there.
And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of generic NPCs like these guys who are just like, you know, you run-of-the-mill basic NPC, face covered so we don't have to animate the face kind of thing. And then you've got like dudes like this, like, I think look really cool actually. You know, even characters like this as well, that look cool, like the old lady and stuff, like, they're well-designed NPCs.
Here you are. I hear you want to go to the Omnium Tower. Chief Carlos asked me to give you a ride.
Right, thank you. My companion here is coming with us.
No problem. Just leave it to me. Are you ready? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Come up when you're ready.
You're gonna let her drive a truck as well. Okay. Recipe for disaster. Not only a woman driver, she's a child as well. Get ready to hop off. Wow, I could have walked there, bro. You kidding me?
Sorry, this is as far as I can take you.
Are you serious?
There are a lot of spider mines on the road ahead, and this car is just too heavy. If we try driving on any further, something bad might happen. And this is the only road that allows a vehicle to pass through. I'm afraid you'll have to find a way to get closer to your destination on foot.
Okay. You really, you got me most of the way there, though, I guess.
Please return to the shelter as soon as possible. I can take care of myself. Don't you worry about me. Head through the mountain pass up ahead, and you should be able to see the Omnium Tower. Have a safe trip.
Alright, cheers. Thanks for the lift, I guess.
Franz, what should we do now?
We don't have time to clear the road. With your skill, it should be easy enough to avoid these things. Let's just keep our distance from them. If you can find the controller for these mines, you can initiate the self-destruction process and let them take care of themselves. I'll wait for you here. Now get a move on.
Cheers, mate. Yep. Oh, I can actually just set them off by going there and there. Sweet. Hey, what's going on, Sean? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I've literally only just started playing the last couple of days myself as well. Don't get me wrong, it's got its quirks, and it can be a little bit jank, but so far, I've actually been having fun with it. Oh, we just setting them all off. Okay. Yeah, it's not as polished as something like Wuthering Waves or like Zenless or like any of the Huyo games, really. But one thing I'll give you credit for is that early on, it does throw quite a few different gameplay mechanics at you in approaching the game in like regards to just little things like mecha suits and turrets and all that sort of stuff, and a little stage piece on a balloon where you're shooting down things in the sky, and that's just kind of nice, especially in the gacha space, because they typically don't do that really.
Almost be certain that the heirs of Ida are close by. The welcome wagon's here already.
It's like
I can't say I'm surprised.
It is classed as an MMO. It's like an MMO, like really.
According to the information Marie provided us, we need to take the third mountain road up ahead, and then we should be able to see the Omnium Tower.
I haven't been to this place in quite a while, but I still remember where the Omnium Tower is. Come with me. The Omnium Tower should be just over this mountain.
You can actually create your own character in this as well. Your actual character you start off with is your own. And mine's got like massive tits. I've actually, because in this you like get weapons, but the weapons come with skins. So like that's how the characters kind of work.
The outside of the Omnium Tower has been frozen solid. If you want to turn it off, you'll have to find a way to break through that icy shell.
They're that big, literally, when I'm going up lifts.
I remember setting up a cannon near here for this very situation.
They get yanked all over the place.
Where it is exactly.
A cannon? You're planning on blowing up the Omnium Tower with a cannon?
Don't worry. The icebreaker fires low-pressure shockwave bombs, designed to break the ice, but leave the Omnium Tower's main structure intact.
Yeah, I must admit, that little bit of a mecha gameplay that I got to play was quite fun.
And many of the parts are probably useless now. We'll have to find some replacement parts to repair.
Give me a little robot to run around, you know.
There's an Heirs of Ida stronghold not far from here. Maybe we'll find something there. I'll leave the parts to you, and I'll locate the cannon first. This is a really violent blizzard. Watch your step.
Alright, bro.
There's a small group of Heirs of Ida members up ahead. Kid, check on that supply box and see what you can find.
The gacha system in this as well is quite generous as well. In my first run up to my first like hard pity, I ended up getting like the SSRs in this, so I ended up basically getting 4 or 5 stars. What's the story for this any good? Apparently, like what I'm doing at the moment is I'm playing 1.0. The game, when you first start playing, you play like the initial start of the game and it gives you the ability to go straight to 2.0, because this is supposed to be like the weakest part of the game. I don't think it's that bad personally, but I'm quite easily pleased in that regards. Like, especially when it comes to MMOs, I don't mind the tropes and stuff that MMOs throw at you, really. I'm not expecting like an absolute blockbuster story. It's been serviceable so far, if I'm honest. Nothing spectacular, it's nothing to write home about.
I found these parts in the warehouse. Will they be enough?
Don't worry about that just yet. The cannon's energy cell is out of juice, so we'll have to find a new one.
A lot of typical, like, busy
We have
work
a new
and
mission.
stuff that really doesn't matter.
A good adventure should be complicated, don't you think? Plus, I haven't even found the cannon yet.
But
and I can't just let
from
you
what a
stand
lot of
around
people
doing
say,
nothing.
like, a lot of
I know
people
of an old
tend to
warehouse
rag on
nearby.
the story.
We might as well try there
But
first.
I haven't really seen that myself
lose?
so far. I've been enjoying the game, if I'm honest. I have been having fun with it.
Doesn't look like there's anything. I'll go inside and take a good look.
Yeah, oh, dude. Oh man, I got hurt then. My Star Rail and Genshin look absolutely dire. It's a lot better in Wuthering Waves, I must admit. Absolutely dire in Star Rail though.
What kind of trap is
Yeah,
this?
I think
Got
when
to
it
kill
comes to
fast.
gacha games, like, I think if you expect too much, you're going to be disappointed, really. I think it's better to just kind of go with the flow. I'm not... And this is coming from somebody who's not really a story skipper. I think a lot of people in the gacha space just tend to skip stories. Which, like, I've only really been playing gacha games now for, like, the last 12 months. So, like, I come from playing, like, a lot of RPGs and single-player games, as well as, like, I do, like, my first-person shooters as well. So, like, I tend to, like, skip stuff rarely. But at the same time, I'm quite like easygoing with the stories as well. I don't really expect too much. And when I'm streaming as well, I must admit, I kind of prefer it that way because I struggle to, especially with new games, I struggle to take everything in. You know, like I get a little bit overwhelmed in everything that the game's throwing at you, and then you're trying to enjoy the stream, chat to your chat, and deal with the story. So I like it when it's kind of like just serviceable. So if I miss stuff, it doesn't really matter at all. It kind of works for me when I'm streaming.
It should be here.
I'm fighting these guys, yeah?
Freeze where you are.
You know when I pop that out, if I switch, I don't get the heals, do I? I think I have to have that weapon out to continue the heals, yeah? Which I guess makes sense. But I only get the initial heal when I pop it. I really need to look at the weapon description for more. One thing I'll give this game though credit for, they try a lot of different stuff. Not everything hits all the time, but I respect their attempt at trying different things. I'm looking at him. Oh, this? Oh, there we go. Oh, we got to collect 5 of them. Oh, okay. They're lying around on the ground, are they? Ah, okay. There were 2 over there as well, weren't they? You pop the skill, it leaves a clone, then you hit the... Oh, is that what was going down? Thank you. Appreciate ya. I wondered what the deal was with that, because the first time that happened, I was like, I thought I was playing Wuthering Waves for a second, because I was like, dude, is that an echo? Nice one. Thank you, though. You can make any weapon heal on hits if you get right mages. When you... Oh, okay. That's cool then, I guess, really. So when I switched out to that like weapon that was predominantly my healing weapon, I was like, I feel like I'm losing out on my healing ability here, but obviously not.
Good work. I've
Game's got good
located the
music as
cannon.
well.
We're only one step away from solving this thing.
Go on then. What are you waiting for?
What I'm saying is, there's still one step to take care of.
One step, huh? Are you serious?
There
It'll
was
probably
a bit
be
of
actually
an
half a dozen, won't it?
incident. I ran into an Heirs of Ida patrol near the cannon. Fortunately, I had my wits and ran away. I lost them in no time. It was almost a perfect escape, but
I knew there'd be a but.
I realized after I lost them that I didn't bring the component pack with me.
Oh, as well, sure. Great video that you did as well, dude.
Information of the component pack.
I enjoyed that video.
Down for you.
I hope you don't mind me reacting to it.
Mission rests on your shoulders now.
I'm devoid of creativity, you know, so... Fenrir is good with enemies with massive health. Oh man, he's locking onto that, isn't he? So... I understand it now, though. Thank you for that. What do you think? Nobody got time for that. I like how he's just there.
The cannon has been restored to working order. There are quite a few little problems with it, but it should be usable.
As long as it doesn't explode in our face.
The fire control system is dead. We can't input direct fire coordinates. I need you to place an aiming beacon at the Omnium Tower to guide the shell to its target. The heirs of Ida has probably guessed what we're up to. Time is running out. Go quickly.
Laser guided shell. Man, these are smart shells, really. You change the target mode in the settings. I might need to actually. Actually, I'm going to do that now. Dude, I need to switch my mouse over. So I've got the Razer Viper 8K and my scroll wheel's knackered. I have to keep using my Naga. Locking method, distance first, smart, direction first, controller broad, camera first. Targeting, switching. About having it on direction first? Like, I don't know. Which one do you guys typically run it on? Which is the best for like maximum control? Battle camera new is better. Let's try that then. Yeah, but I bought a new Viper 8K as well. I just haven't used it yet. I thought I had to buy it. It was on sale. It was like half price. I was like, I may as well grab it. I just didn't got around to using it yet. I'll plug it in after. Danger close, bro. Come on then, pussies.
Rats! The heirs of Ida hacked the turret's controls! Come back! The turret is not under our control!
Ah, so that is how it works then. That's cool, I like that. Hasn't you got some cool mechanics that the game has? I need to get used to that again. Oh, is that? I thought that was friendly for a second then. Oh, there's a person in it? I thought it was just a robot. Ooh, she meant to shoot me in the ass. Oh, it's the giant hand lady.
Seal, it's time to go.
Go home. No, what? I'm just kidding.
Dude, she was about to put some lead up my butthole, you know.
I think we've been
Did you see
hacked.
that?
We don't have time for this. We need to shut down the Omnium Tower quickly.
Hey, Cap, welcome to the stream. Let's come down. How you doing anyway though? You all good? Yeah, I think directional camera would be better since it includes enemies from behind. Yeah, I think I might try direction. Another one down. Let's go. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. I'm happy today because the Spectre Divide beta is on and Arena Breakout Infinite launch today as well.
We've finally taken care of the Omnium Tower.
Which I'll probably double stream
Those
tonight just to play those.
fuddy-duddies should... Wait. Hello? What? Astra? All right. Got it.
Astra? Franz, what's going on?
One of my informants is in trouble. His last message mentioned that the heirs of Ida activity has been detected in Astra. And now I'm starting to worry. I'll go to Astra and investigate right away. You head back to Hykros to report the situation to Elric. I have a bad feeling about this.
Franz gets about, doesn't he? Like, damn, dude. Alright, let's bounce. Yes, yeah, I can stream it, yeah. They're both first-person shooters, so it's a big switch. One's like a competitive first-person shooter, and one's like an extraction shooter. The hell's going on there? I see a person walking in the loading screen then. I think Spectre Divide servers go live at 4 PM today. And I've already done the tutorial just to get past it on Arena Breakout so I can just play the game properly.
Archon Elric, we have successfully shut down all of the Omnium towers.
Ooh.
But Franz has been informed that the heirs
I'm
of
feeling
Ida
it
are
today. It
carrying
was
out
back day at the
operations
gym
in the
today.
Astra region.
Ooh.
I know. The current situation is not
Feeling
looking
a
too
little
hopeful.
tender.
We've underestimated the enemy's strength in this region.
Hold on a second, headshot. Just need to check something. Sweet, got my dentist appointment sorted. Hairdressers on Thursday. Let's go. Think gonna go watch Alien Romulus as well next week with Rosie. Looking forward to that. Hope it's good, man. I love the first two Alien movies, so I'm really looking forward to it. How did you do to play Valorant? Let's go. I ain't played Valorant for a while. I love Valorant though.
Not only in Astra, the heirs of Ida have launched large-scale operations everywhere. I'm afraid the situation
Yeah, it's
will soon
Shroud's game.
spiral out of control.
Which, when streamers and content creators say that, like, it's how much, you know, I guess
The
they have a bit of
forces
involvement.
Hykros is
I
able
don't
to
know, from an
mobilize
investment
at present
standpoint, or
are
they're just,
far from
you
sufficient
know, they're
to
just
bring the
used
situation
as
under control.
an advertisement
And I must give priority to
piece,
ensuring the
whatever it is,
safety of
but
the Tower of
it's
Fantasy
Shroud's game.
itself. So,
Yeah, it looks cool. Like, the visual style is right up my street. I like that sort of bright, colourful,
there are no forces available to provide Astra with support.
cartoon-esque kind
Only
of
Franz
visuals.
remains
That's
on
one
the
thing I love
island.
about Valorant. I
He
love
will be able to
the art
provide
style
you
of
with
Valorant.
intelligence.
Oh, did she? All right, nice. Yeah, I ain't played for a while. Yeah, he's a big streamer. He was a CS pro back in the day as well.
Are
Woman
the
has
heirs
a
of Ida attacking already?
version of where cool text are used in the story. The other
guards
versions
aren't
rarely
going
use
to
text in the
last
story,
much
but more so
longer.
in
I
exploration.
need to help them.
Yeah, I like the use of the mech so far. Again, as I was just saying to Sean, I really like the use of different mechanics in this game. They've definitely Is your boy selling stuff or something? Oh. He just wants me to get rid of the thugs. Let's help him get rid of the thugs, I guess. Well, in a riot. I think I'm gonna change it to I'll try direction first. Oh, sorry, bro. You just looked a bit dodgy, you know. We got this one here. Hello? Is it bugged out? Teleport away and go back. Will I fix it? Nice one, thank you. Oh, that leaked a bit about Mecha. Maybe we will get different gameplay again. Then there is hope because we did have before a fully worked Mecha event. Oh, really? Yeah, see, I really appreciate those sort of little things in the game, if I'm honest. This is what I was talking about in the, I don't know if I've uploaded the video, actually, when we was talking about the, actually it goes up today, talking about the next update in Wuthering Waves, whether it's a good update or it's a little bit filler. Because my worry is some of the updates that are coming to Wuthering Waves at the minute, they're kind of just by the numbers kind of updates. They're a little bit like, I don't know, they're just not, they're all good for the rewards, and I don't want them to go away because they're like small little events that you can do, and then you can clear them to get rewards, which I think should still stay. But I want to see stuff that's the actual event, the gameplay of the event itself is the reward, and a little bit more there. Was you saying I could? Okay. Can I go back and start the mission? Oh, that. What the fuck? Sorry. I'm getting rickrolled. Thanks for trolling me, chat. Sound content, bro. Sounding content. I took care of all the thugs. Okay, sweet. Done. Oh, cool. Back to the shelter. Let's go. He was proper chilled out that morning till he got some headphones to the face. Could have just TP'd here, really, couldn't I? Oh well. We went the scenic route, I guess. Right, Celine. Just now at the base of the Omnium Terror delivery person brought me a package for Shirley. Okay, cool. It's a dress that I bought for her birthday last month. I had someone purchase it in bandages for me and was planning to send it to... Oh, Jesus Christ, slow down, man. I'm not that quick. But it took so long to deliver and I thought it... Oh my god, alright, whatever. You just carry on. Pretend I ain't here. People I should have forgotten. People I should have never forgotten. If only this could go to get to Shirley sooner. Jeez, man. I'm not a speed reader. I'm from Wolverhampton, man. You gotta relax a little bit, you know. Barely literate. Crystal Dust Store, buy any item from the Crystal Dust Store. Joint operation. Joint operation? Wasn't joint operation a mission I needed to do to unlock some of the beach stuff, was it? I guess I need to buy some. Don't know. What's this? Let's for enhancing equipment. Guess I'll buy some of that. Okay. Before we head to Vera, play joint operation once. Was that something? Is that like something multiplayer or something? Bygone Phantasm, play Bygone Phantasm once. I'm a mechanic. Give the rock paws to Gal. I'll do this as well. Where's Gal? This Gal's here, yeah. Right, let's go. Let's go get in the rock course. It's a domain you do with others. Oh, okay. Normally buy all those boosts every week because it resets weekly, yeah. Okay, it's kind of like the whatchamacallit in WuWa then. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Much obliged, I should be able to fix this chunk of junk now that I have the crystal. A little late, but the name's Gal. I'm the mechanic around here, around the area. I'm in charge of keeping all the machinery around here in tip-top shape, down to the last nut and bolt. You got rollerblades on. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna click. Okay. Not gonna argue with you, game. I'm not gonna argue with you. I guess we go into Vera then, yeah. We could just click go straight to Vera, yeah? Or do we need to get ready to go to Vera? Do we need to speak to somebody first? Polygon is like the Abyss in Genshin, but better rewards. Okay, alright. Well, maybe do some of them then. Continue on doing a bit more of the story first. Yeah, last time the screen was loading just to the left of the tower there. And I can see it again. It's like, is that supposed to be like that? I can almost see like the holograms of people walking, flickering in and out. Oh, that's a pretty cool horse there, bro. Show off. Flash Git. Farmable mountain, yeah, that's pretty cool, that was. Oh. Right, let's go then. Go into Vera sector. Down there lets new people skip first 100 floors. Kind of nice since it's all just taking a lot of time doing even 10 at once. What do you mean? Floors?
Hey,
there's hidden quests scattered throughout the game, but they're obscure. They're good stories though. Alright. We'll have to start
How are you
looking out for them.
feeling? Any dizziness or other discomfort?
I'm fine. Completely normal. Thanks for asking.
Oh, that's good. I was worried that such a long transmission would have some unpleasant effects.
What is this place?
This is the Silver Coast Research Station under District 7. They've managed to re-establish contact with Asperia with this equipment.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
We're in Meroria now?
Well,
That's kind of something
this
I
research
wanted to see in
facility is
Wuthering
actually in the
Waves as
north
well,
of the Yellow
actually.
Rock Desert, but Meroria is not too far. Look, right over there.
Is that like a city? Okay.
I'm Eva, the director of the Silver Coast
hello,
Research
Eva.
Station. On behalf of District
like
7,
Eva.
a warm welcome to you both. Arkin Larson has been informed of your arrival, and you are free to travel to Meoria headquarters as you please. However, Technician Baru has detected a potential space-time fluctuation near the research station, which could possibly affect the whole area. To be on the safe side, I'd recommend remaining here until the fluctuations have resolved.
I see. Any idea how long that might be?
I'm afraid I can't give a clear answer to that right now, though Buru is actively collecting and analyzing the data. I'll be sure to let you know.
Dude, I love
the second I have
Shirley's
any
new,
further information.
well, I guess body. It looks badass. Mecha waifu.
I hate not knowing how long I'll have to wait.
Pepper, do you know how many executors were dispatched from District 9?
Apart from the Mook squad that was stationed
It's
here
pretty
a couple
cool,
of
is it?
years
Okay.
ago, there was also Meryl, Zero, Huma, and Samir. Oh, and now you, of course. However, everyone's in this super important meeting in Meroria. I think they're discussing the best response to the gray space entities.
What's
I'm
that
just
dude
here
looking
as
at
part
there?
of your
That's like some
welcoming
giant
committee.
flying whale thing
Gray
or something.
space entities. We heard Archon Elric mention them too.
Yep. They're Meroria's biggest problem at the moment. I don't know much about them though, so maybe you're better off asking Director Ava.
Look him. Where is he? Is he good? Hey boys. Kind of reminds me of things from the Avengers film.
We have some questions, Director Eva.
What can I do for you? Ask away, and I'll do my best to answer.
Okay. Ask about the space. Ask about
No one knows for certain when those terrifying creatures first appeared. Before Hykros really started paying attention, the gray space entities inflicted huge losses on us. Those enemies have a special ability to traverse space and are extremely aggressive. We had to abandon several of our strongholds on the surface, thanks to gray space entity attacks.
I like the name Gray
9
Space
years
Entities.
ago, the Mioria Council decided to relocate all inhabitants of the Vera region to the main settlements of each area to help repel the gray space entity's menace. Our surface relocation plans, however, had to be put on hold. 5 years ago, the Department of Science and Technology initiated a research project on the gray space entity ecology, codenamed Listener. I'd suggest asking the project leader, Dr. Clive, for more details.
So I think that covers everything.
Dr. Eva, we have a situation. The spatial fluctuations are greatly intensifying. It's a temporal anomaly.
This shouldn't be possible. Buru, report to HQ immediately and request support.
I'm trying.
Well, shit.
The fluctuations are generating too much interference. We can't get a clear connection to headquarters.
Keep trying. Security close
Your
blast.
boy's trying to bring the monocle back in fashion, isn't he?
Okay.
What happened?
The cause of this space-time fluctuation is a rare, powerful abyssal. Get ready for gray space entities assault. But at present, we are unable to contact HQ or request external assistance. If they launch an all-out assault, it would be catastrophic for us.
We'll help fend them off.
The A-team's here, baby.
System warning. Red alert. Red alert. All non-combatants, please.
You can do various orienting like dailies and go back to Asperia story to finish it. The other wells we have on a few on PS and 62 only just did sequential 9. I also got was BR54. I'm stuck at BR50 myself, getting way harder randomly. Yeah, I want to have a go at that still. Get fucked. Space squids. Sorry, Pepper.
We've only repelled them temporarily.
Dodged into it then.
Buru's detected several unstable space-time rifts nearby, so this is far from over.
Do you want me to go
Has
close
communication
them,
with Miroria been restored?
It's my
We
thing.
still have no means of contacting Miroria headquarters. I can only hope that they noticed the space-time fluctuations over here and proactively sent the support. We don't have enough energy to maintain the force field for much longer.
Pepper, you stay here and help defend the facility. I'm going to try to bust out of here with Shirley and go get help from headquarters.
You sure that's a good idea?
Oh, dude, I swear the AC makes me
Don't have a
yawn
lot
so
of
much.
options. It's the best
I'm not
of a
even
bad
tired though.
bunch.
I was a little bit earlier,
The
but I'm not even
all-terrain
tired
vehicle
now. I
over
just
there
keep
will get
yawning.
you across the desert in a flash. Be careful.
Ooh. See? Oh, cool. Okay, looks like it's decent size. There you are. I'm unable to ride it. I'm gonna ride it outside the area or something? God, Razor looking nice. You see when I stand up and disappear? I said that wasn't supposed to happen. I guess I'll ride my bike then. Good job I got one. Game's like, here's a bike. Actually, no. No. You're not allowed to have it. Oh, magically got it back. Do I get it back now? I gotta use it. Looks pretty cool though. I like the design of it.
A sandstorm's brewing. Watch out!
Are we gonna get like giant sandworms or something?
Activating sandstorm mode. Destination Euphoria.
Dude, I really like the designs of these hover bikes.
Watch out!
Is that a fucking sandworm?
Be on your guard.
Space sensities have been pushed back. Are you all okay? That thing's still on our tail. We can't shake it. We gotta split up, Shirley. See you in Mirror. Okay.
Oh, I got it. Holy shit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What happened? Should I break the game? Okay, cool. Broke the game then. Don't touch anything. Oh, okay. It's kind of, sort of on rails almost. Have I got one of those dodge moving targets? I've just got to. Oh, okay. I was just following the little omnidirectional radar thing then. I guess I'm just going to where I need to go. Yeah. Okay. I was just following the little blue arrow then. Like I was like, oh, I gotta go this way. It's got a platypus tail. Yeah, kind of like the things from Avengers, aren't they? Just need the Hulk to appear now. I'm always angry. Who are those guys? I have so many questions. Kind of hard to hit the clone sometimes. I do need to have a fiddle with my lock control scheme or lock on scheme, like. So when I want to try and hit that clone to get heals, it's like
Too much. All in.
man, this is kind of cool. I like this. I'm just gonna say, you know what? So far, I've been having a blast with this game. I'm so glad I decided to try it out. The Devourer has begun to accumulate energy using Nemesis shields. What's going on? Get a shield ready. Do I have to do anything with my shield? Oh, okay. I'm getting fucked up, bro. Can I actually shoot back at that thing? I'm confused, man. I'm just getting out of here. Okay. Just gotta take the hits, I guess. Until he stopped hitting me. Okay, all right. Who's this? She just got fucked up. Alright, Shirley's a badass now, yeah. Dude, Shirley needs to turn into some like mecha cannon and she just starts blasting the shit out of it. Who's this? Yo, these are just like the things in Avengers. Waifus everywhere. Who's she?
All right?
Lynn.
I'm Lynn from District 7. What's going on over at the research station?
She doesn't
We lost contact here.
look like she's dressed for combat, let alone combat in the desert.
Still secure. Director
Not
Ava
to be
has fielded all
pedantic.
points of interest.
Well, I like
Pepper is
her.
helping with defenses. Lynn, it seems that the Abyssant has escaped into the space-time
I like her
rift.
as well. Who's that one behind her, actually?
It was wounded and shouldn't be able to attack us for the time being. The gray space entities around the research facility, however, still haven't been dealt with.
Yeah, I like Lynn.
Meryl, we'll leave the research station to your team. I'll take them to see Archon Larson.
Yeah.
I like her as well, leaning on the bike.
Executor. Follow me, Ruby.
Wondrous log has been unlocked. You can now view all kinds of information regarding your adventures in the world here. Hey.
Ouch!
Bro. Okay, I'm getting beat up.
Mind your own business.
Worst possible timing. Oh, you want some, do you? Come on. Oh, the city looks cool. Yeah, like the game's like, hey, look at this while the enemy just beats the shit out of you. That looks really cool.
We're here, Mia. Go on up. We're taking a plane?
Ruby, you seem to like little
Holy
Mia,
shit!
right?
Of course I like Mia. Can we sit together?
Sure. Get on board with her then.
The gateway to Miroria is in the sky?
In response to the Gray Space entity's threat, the Miroria Security Force set up a huge defensive force field on the surface. Nothing's getting into the city from the ground. Right now, the only way in is via the Miroria Skyport.
That's not a skirt. That's like a belt, bro. I'm not complaining. And the pilot's drunk. I must admit, this looks pretty cool though. I like it. Okay, alright, okay. I'm here for it. I'm liking things.
Miss Lin?
Mr. Cowell, do you know where Larson is, by any chance?
The Archon is waiting at the Furnace Core site. I'm here to welcome you.
I'm guessing Lin's playable,
Lieutenant
yeah?
Cowell, to welcome you
Waste
all on
handkerchief,
behalf of
right?
Meloria to District 9.
Hello, Mr. Cowell. Are you okay, Mia?
Does she always speak like that?
Mia's language module has a few errors, which makes her speak like that occasionally. We're all used to it, however.
They're gonna fix her.
Sorry for the trouble.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
Vacation over.
Ms. Shelley? I believe she's still got
I thought Mia was going to be super annoying, but she's actually kind of cute.
Recalled to headquarters this morning. Something about helping with equipment.
Oh, seems we might be in luck. Shelley is Miroria's technical consultant. If you agree, maybe she could check over Mia and repair anything she can. I just hope she hasn't left headquarters yet. Let's go.
Follow me, please.
Oh my god, they know what they're doing with these camera angles with Lin. Okay, this place looks cool. Some Blade Runner-esque kind of shit.
Cowell, does no one here in Vera need suppressors?
The Tower of Fantasy here was severely damaged in the Cataclysm. Unable to provide steady omnium, we had to give it up. Later on, one of our Archons came up with some tech that dramatically increases the body's resistance to omnium
so that's...
radiation.
Oh,
Over the years,
I get it
the levels of
now.
omnium
That's why they were
radiation
there.
have shown a marked decline in the Vera region. People no longer need to rely on Vera. That is the Vera Tower of Fantasy. All of Miroria is built around it.
Is that Lin?
Oh yes, she is quite the idol in many young Viren's eyes.
I don't understand why.
She single-handedly defeated a powerful Abyssal not that long
Yeah,
ago.
I'm sure
Ahead of
that's
the
why
District
they
7
like her.
headquarters. Please, this way to Archon Larson.
Never needs to have any inspiration from this, I reckon. Yeah, definitely got a little bit of a... Can see where they got they're pulling stuff from that. I can't wait for that game. I was saying earlier, I'm looking forward to that game anyway. And people were like using Terra Fantasy, well, probably predominantly like Sticks I was watching it from, but I saw a few other people mention it as well, as a reason to kind of be like a little bit more wary of Never Needs to Ever Needs. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't, because any new game, you know, can be a flop and can fuck up. But the more I play this now, man, I'm like, it's making me more excited for Never Needs to Ever Needs, if I'm honest. Like, they're clearly wanting to try different things, which is great to see. Oh shit, I can go to all those places. Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, this is kind of big. Yo, this is actually massive. Alright. Okay. A lot more people around here as well, isn't there? Oh, that code, so.
Looking good, Lynn.
Shelly, what are you doing here?
No need to feign surprise. Cowell sent a message saying you were looking for me. I'd be long gone otherwise.
Well then, I'm very grateful that you stuck around.
I really like her character
It
design.
was the acclaimed and admired Lynn requesting my help. How could I refuse? However, I'm technically still on vacation, so if I have to work, how are you gonna make it up to me?
How about a VIP meal at Oasis?
Are they playing rock, paper,
The food
scissors?
over there is good, I'll grant you, but I still feel like...
Kiss?
10
What's she do? Kiss?
meals. That should suffice for this month.
Jeez, man. 10 in a month.
Ah, then we have a deal. Alright, so tell me what you need me to do.
These are 2 guests from District 9. They have a smart servant, Mia, with a damaged language module. We were hoping you could take a look.
Oh? A District 9 smart servant? Where? Mia, don't you
She
like
kind of makes me think of
strawberry
Encore.
donuts? What about delicious cake? Or sweet pear pudding? Chocolate rolls?
From Wuthering Waves.
Chocolate rolls. Huh?
What can she eat?
Her little friend looks really happy. Miss Shelley, do you really think you
Shit
can
ton of wishes
repair
here.
Mia?
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
Oh, yes, the
Music to my
language
ears.
module. I can certainly take a look, though I've never seen such a model as Mia before.
She's
Allow
over
me
there.
to conduct an initial examination first.
Shelly is an outstanding mechanic. Mia is in totally safe hands. You two can follow me to Archon Larson.
Don't worry. Go do what you gotta do.
Excuse me. Jeez, man, it's R4. Okay. You know what? On that note, I'm gonna have to call it, chat, because it is 4:30. I gotta go get Rosie from work in a bit, because she's gotta be at the gym as well for. I think she's gonna be there for 6 or 1:45. I'm not too sure. Guys, I want to say thank you for hanging out today. I really do appreciate you. I do plan to get back on again this evening. I've already got my video prepped and ready to go. It should be up in like 2 minutes if you want to check it out, guys. On the YouTube channel. I've set it to go live at 4:30. So, you know, you can always check it out. It was the one Amazing Wuthering Waves update, or are these just filler? I plan to get live again tonight. Again, as I don't have to do that video, I can jump back on. I'm going to check out Spectre Divide. We're going to check out some Arena Breakout Infinite. So, a little bit of a pivot from the gacha. But we'll be back with some more tomorrow. We're going to play some more Terra Fantasy. And we are going to do some Wuthering Waves as well this week. I've got some farming to do, actually. And I need to do my side quests before the new update, which is coming out in, 2 days, actually. So we'll definitely be doing some Wuthering Waves tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you later at all, I'll maybe catch you in the next one. And remember, as always, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you later. Ta-ra.
I don't care where we go. I just don't like standing still.